Day 2 of World's Strongest Man. We're back. Auntie Liz has... What was that post you just put? You're hoping to... joking people in a minute. Honestly. Auntie Liz doesn't know where Matt Rag is from. She can't type, but she is working hard, bless her. But
I'm so tired. I'm so grateful we get a day off tomorrow.
You just said you felt fresh a minute ago. You're tired now.
I've sat back in this chair.
That's what it is. How is everyone's day? Are we all recovered from yesterday's shenanigans? What a first day at World's Strongest Man.
Yes. I was comfy and relaxed over in my my comfy chair. Yeah.
Let's skim through these. How are we doing, guys? Hello.
Hope you're all ready for
Fred is here. How are we doing, Fred? Says the weather's great.
But World's Strongest Man has nothing on OSG on Arnold's for the fans. I know you're in. I couldn't find out how to get one. That's a VIP ticket.
Yeah.
VIPs went very quickly for the final
Jiminy
days.
Crickets is in town.
It's time for cereal. Please stand up while I prepare sustenance. He's there on the ground. Hopefully not literally.
Geordie.
In 7 minutes, you guys. How's it looking on the terrain? Will they start on time? Oh, let's see.
So it looks like they are starting on time, I believe.
That's good. I have asked a few people.
So Frederick's not at the event yet.
Okay. Oh, he's not going into the kettlebell and stone off.
No.
Fred and Monica.
We need Fred and Monica picture. We do indeed.
People joining us from
unbelievable
Belgium.
Strength. How are we doing, everyone? So I'm going to let you control the chat because you can be put in charge of that.
Keeps me busy, doesn't it?
And I will check.
Keeps me grounded.
See if we have any updates coming through. We should have updates fairly quick.
Yeah, we should. And I've got people today who are going to tell me in advance if there's any announced delays so that we can change the time of our stream. So just note that they might be a little bit flexible, the timings today. Flexible streams.
Do you remember how flexible it would have had to have been?
You couldn't have done it. Thank you for the super chat. Here's a good example. 2014, they were supposed to do the yoke at 9 a.m. We were told to get downstairs at about 7:30 because it was in the at the hotel, the yoke. And so, we go down, wait in an hour, another hour. Oh, it's going to be pushed back a little bit. We'll get you a time soon. We're just in the lobby, all the athletes waiting. What time did it end up being done?
3 p.m.
3 p.m. Yeah,
that was standard Worlds, whereas now things are so much better and that was getting better each year.
Only event you had to do that day.
I would recommend, I hope people that are there are having an amazing time, but I'd still recommend for a fan experience, like the Giants live shows. Going to the one-day shows are a bit more fast-paced, they're run on time, and if you want a more laid-back experience where things aren't quite as busy, then OSG was really a good one. I know Fred had a good time at OSG, and here he is.
There we go. Fred, thank you so much for the very, very generous super chat. Bless you. Good morning, afternoon, evening, everyone. Hope all is well. Little extra for Liz's camera. We'll be on later, posting updates on the events. Team USA, Liz, did you get my pic? Oh, no, I didn't. Did you send me something, Fred?
We will have to check it out. Fred, have an awesome day. Hope your American stars do amazing. Not too well because of that little bet we have on. But
his pic as in something he chose, or a pic as in a picture he sent me?
I don't know.
Please verify, Fred.
Fred, did you send Auntie Liz a picture?
And if so, what is it?
Before she opens it, what is it?
What the hell is it? Because I might not open it.
So Matt Rag. Where does Matt Rag come from, Auntie Liz?
Yeah, he's from New Zealand. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Do you know, it was like 2 a.m. and I was, from memory, putting flags in. So not only did I have to remember who was which, I already had all the flags, but they weren't labeled. So I had to remember which flag was for which country from memory. And
you're not great with flags, are you?
No, I probably should have woken up Lewis. He's very good at flags.
Yes. So I got to bed at 2 a.m. Auntie Liz got to bed at 6. No, 4. Sorry, 4 a.m. Oh, it was just 4.
Calm down. I was up at 7.
No, 8.
Oh, 8.
I did give you a little lion.
A little lion this morning.
Any truth of Mateus having knee surgery before World's Strongest Man? Not that I've heard of. And no, pretty well. The last 2 injuries I know he had, obviously the tricep he's had big issues with, and he has had a lat issue that he's had surgery for as well. he clearly seems to be having issues with his knees, but I don't believe he's had surgery pre-World's Strongest Man. He wouldn't have had time between the Arnolds
no chance. And we would know about it as well. There's no way he would have come to the competition fresh.
He wouldn't have been training with Rauno and
exactly.
Ivers.
No,
he just wouldn't have come to the competition. He's not that kind of person. He's having a mare of a first day. I really hope he can kind of pull some points back, but it's been tough.
Luke's bag was found. That's good news. Yay. I've not had a chance to catch up on everyone's videos, obviously, but I watched Par's video that he did after the group announcement, and he was really like, "Oh man!" Like
he would be when you see that group.
I know
you would be gutted.
Yeah, and then like hearing his hopes for day one and then seeing how it transpired, I felt really bad for him. I thought,
the thing is, every athlete has.
He was realistic, to be fair.
Every athlete has hopes and ambitions. I mean, I spoke to Fadi earlier
because she's bad,
and I was pretty honest with Fadi about there's no expectation this year. You're going to go there as a big underdog. You've got to go and enjoy it, learn from the experience, and then after we can really get stuck into some training and make the progress because he's got a lot of talent.
Yeah,
and being the newbie, I can get through my group. I was like, just go and focus on one event at a time. And I think kind of yesterday was a bit of a reality, but it's a good thing to happen to an athlete because then they suddenly think, okay, I've got to go and work harder. I've got to get better. And this is an important thing of developing as an athlete. Get stuck into these big comps because it's very different when you've got lots of good guys in a comp to a couple.
Yeah, of course.
It's, World's Strongest Man, obviously. World's Strongest Man, the Arnolds, Rogue Invitational, those type of contests. You've got so many good guys competing. And if you're just slightly off, you can look very, very average. I mean, we all know how good Kiliashkovsky is. He's just come second at the Arnolds. And yesterday he looked terrible. He's clearly not a terrible strongman. He's having a bad day, unfortunately. But you can see just being off that little pace, how much of a big difference it makes.
Yeah. Miriam, thank you for the super chat. Sending love for Bobby, my hometown hero. Any update on how he's doing? Send him our best.
He's okay. So he just got cramp. No injuries, which is great. He just cramped up. It was a long day. He's kind of made sure to focus on hydration last night, get himself rested. Obviously, he wanted to win the log, so that was disappointing, but he is ready to fight hard. He wants to give 100%, and there's no quit with Bobby. So I expect to see him keep fighting for every single point.
Have you seen some of the events yet? Nick Best shared some good footage in his last YouTube video.
No, we haven't seen anything.
I have.
I thought you didn't watch anything you just said.
I did while the video was uploading.
Okay.
Yeah, I had a little bit of free time. So I was waiting and watching everything I could get my hands on.
I have seen some footage. I've had some footage kind of sent to me.
Yeah.
But I've not looked on YouTube or anything like that.
I've got access to like every single professional photo that was taken there as well. And like photos are gorgeous. And it's like I can sort of maybe make myself a flip book and like and it'd be like watching the TV show. There we go. I might sell some in the shop. Where are we? Oh, yeah, that was that one. I am a little bit off my game today, so I may look a bit average, as Loz says.
No, you don't look average.
No.
When do I ever say you look average?
No. You were just saying about...
Don't put words in my mouth. People will be hunting me down.
Lozzie, you were just saying about how if an athlete turns up and they're just slightly off their game...
Okay, but don't ever compare that to how you look.
No, I don't mean the way...
I'm going to get in trouble.
No, I don't mean the way I look. I mean the way, like, how switched on I am today.
You'll be fine.
My reading comprehension, that sort of thing.
That's just normal.
See, now you're being offensive, honestly. Right, let's move on.
I think that's got to be the biggest surprise for a lot of people. I mean, I've been super impressed with the 3 athletes that qualified through OSG.
Yes, very. Yeah.
So that is just a statement to show that if you're an up and coming athlete, get yourself to OSG. Yeah. It's a breeding ground for talent, and it's proving to be a good system to get new top level athletes noticed.
I'm also pleasantly surprised that Evan has thus far held everything together and seems to be really cool, calm and collected. That's a really nice surprise.
Absolutely.
But other than that, no massive surprises. Things are kind of going how I thought they would go. I think Matt Ragg is doing brilliant, but Matt Ragg had his best events yesterday. So it would be very interesting to see how that group balances out. Mateusz has a chance to make a lot of points up today, but it's, you know,
well,
it's
like,
going to be.
I think
a lot of
most
work.
people would have thought Tom, Pavlo, and Bobby
Would
end up
top
top three in Group
Yeah.
1. That is the current top 3. Janasha just behind. Top 3 in Group 2 is Alexei, Thomas Evans, and Luke. And I think most people would probably expect them, or maybe Gav, to sneak into the top 3.
Yeah.
We know how good Thomas Evans is. Luke Stoltman, obviously a multiple finalist, and Alexei, a former champion. So you expect that in that group. Mitch Hooper, yes, I expected him to be winning his group. Matt Ragg is a bit of a surprise. Like, I've been pleasantly surprised by how well Matt Ragg's done.
He was part of the reason that group was always going to be so stacked.
And Ivers in 3rd. Expected him to be in 3rd, but I expected Mateusz Kieliszkowski to potentially be, maybe not after day 1, but I would have certainly expected him to be event. But right now, with only 5 points, he is going to struggle to get into the stone off.
Yeah,
that's the best he can hope for now, is to try and win these next 2 events.
Yeah.
Really, he needs to win these next 2 events.
He does. But he's capable. If Mitch doesn't need to win them.
No, Mitch needs to just save energy now.
Yeah.
Like, Mitch can almost take his foot off the gas.
Yeah.
After the,
but not to a point where it's so obvious who'd get disqualified.
Well, he just needs to be smart, you know. Mitch is smart.
Yeah,
he's not going to do anything
smart,
silly.
Yeah.
He's had the perfect start yesterday. Conan is actually a really good event for him.
Yeah.
I think he can win the Conans if he wants to, and I think he'll have the advantage of going last.
Yeah, he will.
So he may decide some guys have pushed it to extreme, so he doesn't want to do that, and he'll just try and pick up good points.
Yeah.
To be honest, if he got 4 points on this, that would have him on 22.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone catches him.
He can't. No.
Well, only Matt Ragg can catch him potentially.
If Matt Ragg won the Conans.
Yeah, I think he'll just do enough to beat Matt.
Yeah. He'll just make sure he's definitely in the final.
Yeah.
Group 4. The most fascinating of all the groups.
So this is always going to be an interesting one. I expect Brian to get through that group no problem. And then I was expecting a real battle between the rest of them, and it's really turned out that way. I expected a better day 1 from Adam and Kevin.
Yeah, definitely.
It hasn't been as good as maybe they would have liked.
Some good events for Adam
Jaco Schoonwinkel has been incredible. Rauno was unbelievable.
Not surprised though.
Gabriel Rayam, wasn't sure what to expect. JF was bigging him up, and JF knows his stuff, but it's not coming right now. You know, they're all so good that they're all at a very close level, this group. So it's just who's on the day performing. And then group number 5, I think we all expect Trey Mitchell, Evan, and Athor. And it was Evan, as long as he doesn't do anything silly. He seems to be very composed.
That's
really
the least surprising group, I think.
I think that group will stay in that order.
I don't know. I reckon Evan could end up winning the group after winning the group after today's events. Winning it like a baby.
Actually, he could. Evan could win
Conan's and the throw.
The throw will be interesting.
Yeah.
And there's not that many good throwers in this group.
Oh God, Trey and Athor on a stone off together. I mean, I would always back
Trey
and a stone off, but like Athor's going to make him work. I think
it'll be a good warm up, but Athor's we've never seen him push to the level that Trey's pushed.
No.
You know, Trey's done double the reps that Athor's done in a stone off, and Trey's an amazing stone lifter.
Right, we're falling behind. I think Brian will win his group, almost definitely, because Brian will win the kettlebell throw, and he won't have to win.
Par is gone, and Par did 722 degrees, which is just over 2 revolutions, 2 centimeters, and Par is decent at this.
Okay, so that's a good benchmark. 722 degrees.
Par
Everyone remember
has won this event at Britain's Strongest Man before.
Yeah,
and this first group should be very good at this.
Well, Pablo has the record on the Giants Live kit. Yeah. Abir, thank you for the super chat. Hi, Uncle Loz and Auntie Liz. Your biggest fan from Bangladesh is back. Hope someday I will get to invite you both to Bangladesh. Love you both. God bless.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
That's somewhere we'd love to see Strongman growing as well.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Because, I mean, where in Asia is Strongman big? Other than maybe Iran. That's about it, isn't it? And it's not nearly as big as it is in.
It's growing in the Middle East, but Far East is not so.
No, not so much.
There is people in Thailand that do strongman now. I've seen, there's strongman happening in those countries, but just who knows what the potential could be.
Yeah. Carsten Baker, thank you for the super chat. In Eddie's vid on event 3, he said he'd talked to Matej and he said he jarred his leg at the Arnolds. Yeah, I heard that he jarred it on the stone.
Could well have done that.
The Steinen Tossen.
It's horrible. I jarred my leg badly on the frame carry.
Yeah, I remember that.
The
Giants Live
Tour finals.
Yeah.
And probably not right ever.
Constantine is off. I mean, he's going. He's going round in circles.
I'll keep you updated with how Constantine's doing.
Shade89, thank you for the super chat. Loz, what will they do for day 1 of the finals? Looking like bad weather all day. Can't be lifting fingers in a storm. Giant lightning rod. How does World Strongman normally go about this? They usually wait.
They usually just wait is the honest answer. The final is much less athletes, so they're a little bit more flexible in terms of time.
Yeah.
But we kind of have to wait and see. You know, obviously the 1 year when it was in the heats, they ended up looking at a new venue and going indoors.
Yeah, when there was a storm. 2020, wasn't it?
Yes. So we will get to that when we, probably tomorrow we'll know more about that.
Oh my goodness, what is this message? Thank you, Fred. It's a picture and it's clean Liz, or should I say after this weekend, Mrs. Knapp. No, you should not ever say that. Should I change my Instagram handle from Mrs. Shackley to Mrs. Knapp? Jiminy Crickets, thank you for the super chat. On the bright side, Mrs. Knapp would be easier to write on a check. Oh, that's true.
That's true.
Yeah. I don't need anyone sending me checks though. Or their hand in marriage. Fred, thank you for the super chat. Damn it. It didn't get sent. Say invalid destination address.
Did you give him a wrong mobile?
No, because he's messaged me before. So it's definitely the correct number. I don't know, Fred. That's nothing to do with me. Brian will and has before. And Andrew, thank you for the super chat. According to Eddie Hall. Oh, hold on. Are we going backwards?
No.
I think maybe someone else did it, or he accidentally did it twice. Yeah, but we have heard that as well, that he jarred it on the Steinen Tossen. No results yet for Constantine.
No, I'll keep you updated.
Oh, I hope he's not still going.
Constantine went 643, so okay. Par is still in the lead with 722 degrees.
There we go. Jameson, thank you for the super chat. Newly married, so not much to give, but thanks for the countless hours of entertainment. On the plus side, you are the only reason my wife and I watch Strongman. That's
thank
very
you
kind.
so
and
much.
We really don't expect anything. Just
thank you all so much. And like we said yesterday, for those that are watching, or if you didn't watch yesterday, if you can like the video and subscribe to the channel, that is huge for us. So yeah, if you haven't already, please consider subscribing to the channel. Thank you so much. 3D
Strength wants to know, for the final event on the Stones, are you going to have a beer with us all, Loz and Les?
Why not? We can have a drink.
Yeah, we might need one by then.
I think if Rauno gets the final, Liz will need one.
Yeah, I'll need to be sedated. Gerald, thank you for becoming a member. Jiminy Crickets, thank you for the super chat. So last night I read the story of Fingal to find out about the legend behind the namesake of the event. I feel dumber having done that.
Irish giant, isn't it?
I don't know. I don't look into these things. There you go. I use Jan Todd for my source of all things historic. She knows. What have we got? And Martin is a member. Right, lovely. We are caught up on comments. I don't like it to fall too far behind on these.
So next up is going to be Eddie Williams on the Conan Circle.
Yeah.
So far, Par, very solid distance, 722.
Yeah.
Par is good at this, so I expect that to be a good distance.
And don't worry about comparing it to the Giants Live Conans, because the radius
they're
will
all
be different. The distances, are always different. So you can only really compare them to each other on the same implement. Yeah. But yeah, it looks really cool, the Conans.
It does.
Looking forward to it.
Do you remember how good Marius Pujanovsky was?
Oh, he was so good. Yeah.
Marius was unbelievable at this type of event.
He was. Average lifting guy. If Rauno makes the final, you guys need to get smashed, and Loz needs to play with fireworks in his honor. Loz should never play with fireworks.
If Rauno gets the final, I'm sure he'll want a party, and we'll probably have a huge firework.
Yeah, we'll probably have another massive Estonian party in honor of it. Patrick, thank you for becoming a member. And yes, please, while you're here, if you do nothing else today, just remember to like the video while you are here, because it does help us a lot.
Thank you, guys. Yeah, yesterday was amazing, actually. We had 900 new subscribers.
Eddie dropped just shy of Constantine. Okay, so it looks like Par in first, Constantine in second, and Eddie Williams in third. Seeing Eddie always throws me a little bit. without the Williams at the end. I always think Hall.
Well, he's not competing.
Well, I know that. That's why it throws me, Lozzie. That's why it throws me.
So Eddie Williams dropped just shy of Constantine. So far, Parr still in the lead. Constantine second, who needed oxygen after this event. Very, very normal after this event. Do sometimes see athletes collapsing after this. It's a horrible event.
Yeah.
I've done it a number of times, and I've had good results. I've had medium results. I've had bad results, and every time, whether it's good, bad, or somewhere in the middle, I hate it.
The OSG guys are Spencer Remick, who won it in November, Jaco Schoenwinkel, who was second, and Matt Ragg, who was third. Thomas Evans was at OSG, but didn't do so well.
Terrible performance at OSG.
Terrible. He was like 8th.
For him,
it was bad
because he's done so well in everything else. He won the Amateur Arnold's. He won the Shaw Classic qualifier.
Yeah, but then it was really placing 5th at the Arnold's this year that got him on World's Strongest Man's radar. He was brought in as a reserve, and then when Pavlo pulled out, that's when Thomas got the opportunity to compete.
Bobby is coming out next.
Yes, it's on the matted stage. So they are not on sand. Have you ever seen Brian do a shield carry? We must have.
Yes.
Do you know what, though? Looking for Conan's results for Brian, I could only find one from 2009.
Yeah, he normally did the throw, didn't he?
Yeah, because it was usually in World's Strongest Man a choice. Well, not a choice. The athletes didn't get to choose, but the groups were either like deadlift or squat and something like a Conan circle or a throw. And Brian always did the throw. So we know he's great at throwing, but
he's very good at throwing.
He's got a Conan's at his gym, so I imagine
Brian will
be very good.
Solid.
Yeah, but
just
don't have anything recent.
Bobby is moving.
I don't know exactly. Maybe it's like Gav. He reps UK at Worlds. Oh, I don't know. He's having a conversation with someone else. Yeah. Oh, Connolly family is in the house. I'm exhausted after watching just 2 events in person. Can't imagine what the athletes feel like.
Come on, Bobby.
Thank you for the super chat. The athletes get to go and sit in a lovely air-conditioned tent, which I've seen.
They do now. It was not always the case.
No, not when we went.
It's really when SBD came on as a sponsor, they invested into making the tent for the athletes so much nicer. And it is nice now, but it was not always.
Yeah, they do. They are well looked after behind the scenes there. So don't you worry about them. 900 new members.
Lizzie, check your Insta.
Liz, check your Insta.
Okay, he looks like he's gone into second place behind Parr, which is good for Bobby on this.
That's not bad. We've still got Tom and Pavlo to go. I see Pavlo winning this one based off of his Europe's performance. That would push Bobby to 4th.
You'd think so.
You would think
Tom will be good at this as well.
Tom will be, yeah. Let's see. Let's see. It's coming. So Pavlo's up next, isn't he?
It is.
I need to check my Instagram. God, what's he sent me?
Is it safe to share with everyone?
No, I'll tell you now.
So we're just getting the distance for Bobby.
It's not in my requests. It's not in... Hold on. Is it in my hidden requests?
Oh, no. Do you not...
Decide who can message you.
Bobby gets 649 degrees.
I don't have anything, Fred.
Oh, just ahead of Constantine. So he was only just... Constantine did 643 degrees and Bobby did 649. And that's the advantage of going after someone. You can push that tiny bit harder to just get ahead.
Indeed. I don't see anything at all, Fred. I'm sorry. You have to try again. Let's check your Insta.
And yes, 900 new members was amazing yesterday.
It wasn't new members, though, was it?
Not members, sorry. Subscribe. Yeah. 900 members would be incredible.
Fred did say members.
Yeah, sorry, I was reading his thing, but no, it wasn't members. I think we're on about 300 members.
Yeah, about
which is amazing.
Yeah. The family is great.
But to have that many new subscribers. We're at 133,872 subscribers, which is amazing.
Very nice. Michael, thank you for the super chat. Why is it Colin hasn't had a single out since Space Cowboy? That was an absolute banger.
It was a good song, wasn't it?
What on earth was that?
Colin, young Colin.
Do you know what? I've never actually asked him about it.
Have you watched it?
Yeah, of course I've seen it.
You need to ask him about it.
Yeah.
I think it's very important.
I just feel like maybe it's a story I don't want to know. Let's have a look. I think someone called Jason is gifting memberships.
Jason is a legend.
There we go. I think, anyway. It's hard to follow sometimes.
Super sticker from
Rick.
Have a look online. You'll be able to see it.
Yeah, because all I get to see is this blob saying super sticker. Let's have a very quick look. Sorry, I don't mean to be rude. We're both looking at our phones. Saying super sticker. Ew.
The sound.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's a crying hippo
Crying
saying
hippo.
epic fail. What?
Thank you very much, Rick.
Thank you all the same. Is Mateusz world record holder for Conan's? Is there one? Because every single implement is totally different.
That's the problem with an event like Conan's.
You can only have
a record on an
Yeah.
individual one. So Pavlo has the Giants Live record, and he is off. He's moving nice and smooth.
Woohoo. Jan, thank you for the super chat. I'm more excited about the Loz and Liz commentary than the actual World Strongest Man competition. Well, for us at home, this is the competition, watching the spreadsheets, fantasizing about how it's going down.
It's funny because World Strongest Man did, one of their ideas was to have us there doing like a live commentary,
like radio style. Yeah,
it'd be nice to be able to watch it because that would give us so much more understanding of what's happening.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, because we could explain why the results are the way
he's gone past par. He's into the lead.
Yeah.
Now, does he push it and push
he
it and push
will
it?
push. He will push for the win. He needs to because he wants to get himself into.
Ideally,
he wants to win.
Ideally, he doesn't want to be in a stone off, does he?
No, exactly. Yeah, and he's great at throwing. So if he got 2 event wins here, he'd be through, wouldn't he?
Yeah.
I don't know. I haven't done the maths actually.
Well, I think it's very close between the 3 of them at the moment.
Yeah.
Tom was leading the group, so it depends where Tom's going to come, I think.
Yeah, subscribed yesterday too. Thank you,
Thank you so much for subscribing.
There we go. Colin and Space Cowboy go hand in hand. Oh.
Darren is just reading the distance.
Alan, thank you for becoming a member.
742 degrees. So ahead of par. Par went 722. Shows you how good par's distance was. So not a huge amount past par.
No, it's not. So that would be very interesting now to see what Tom does on that.
Let's remind ourselves of where the group was standing before this event. We had Tom Stoltman in the lead with 15.5, Bobby Thompson on 14, and Pavlo on 13. So Pavlo really needs a few points.
He does, yeah.
He could do with someone coming between him and Tom if he wants to try and win the group.
Well, and it's possible that Par could be that person because Par's not really a threat now, being in 6th place.
It's good for Pavlo really and Bobby because Par has gone ahead of Eddie and Janasha.
Yeah, pushing them further away from Bobby's position.
So they're probably stretching themselves into the top 3, but
there's some groups
they'll
where
all want to win the group. I mean,
course.
Tom probably is the most confident if he doesn't win the group.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, with the stone off. Yeah,
Bobby would be the least confident if he doesn't win the group.
Unfortunately, yes.
But he'd probably rather go against Pavlo than Tom.
Pavlo's worst nightmare would be Bobby winning the group.
Yes.
Anthony, thank you for the super chat. I'm exhausted. Waking up at 7 to watch your stream. Can't imagine you two getting all this set up. Thanks for all you do, Loz and Liz. Thank you,
Anthony. We really appreciate the support.
It's only 1 week a year, isn't it? Thank goodness. Addy, thank you for the super chat. I think A4 can win the stone off against Singleton, but might be less likely against Mitchell, although I hope A4 will still win. Yeah, I think he could win against Evan.
A4 has a chance. He's a very competent lifter. He's someone that goes under the radar. I wouldn't totally dismiss him ever. I would favor Trey definitely. Evan's ability is incredible, but sometimes he has the ability to mess up. Yeah,
he's more mistake prone than a lot because he doesn't keep cool. Do we have Tom's?
No.
Okay. El Knaberoni. Thank you for the super chat, Liz. I sent you a DM on Insta. I have full footage of all events of day 1 saved in Google Drive as someone posted it on Insta. Do you know what? It might be the same footage that I've seen, but I will check it out. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Burn after reading because World's Strongest Man will have everyone. I mean, IMG were. I'd
just be careful posting things up online if I was you guys.
We saw a lot of takedowns last year.
They will
Feelings
take
were
things
hurt,
down.
and especially for people if they're at risk of losing their channel. It
And
becomes quite serious.
we would never post on our channel because we try and have a good relationship with World's Strongest Man, and it's their TV rights are what make them the money at the end of the day, and we want the sport to keep growing. Obviously,
We
we're
also
like you
wanna see
guys.
it.
We want to see the live stream. We want to see a live stream.
Secretly, it's
But
fine.
you can't. You've got to get the balance right
Yeah.
of trying to make sure you're supporting the sport as much as you can, and
Yeah, I'm still enjoying it.
slowly working towards what we want.
Wait, Dad, thank you so much for the super chat. Loving the coverage.
Tom is making his way to the implement.
Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Very exciting in Group 1. Gillian, thank you for becoming a member. Were there any injuries yesterday? None that we know of, which is...
Other than Bibby pulling out before the first event.
Yes, yeah. But out of the guys who did compete, no.
Andrea.
Oh, sorry. I'll come back in a second, Rick. Not me sending Liz a spicy message, waiting for her live reaction. Have you sent me something, Andrea? I'm going to have to check now. Rick, thank you for the super chat. That super sticker epic fail was a mistake. It went without my knowing. So sorry. Oh, no, that's okay. No need to apologize.
Thank you so much for supporting the channel, though.
I thought, Christ, what have I done? Yeah.
Tom making his way. Tom moving. He's slowing. He's struggling.
Oh, this could change.
Still moving.
Everything.
Tom is a strong guy. He keeps going.
Hold on.
Hold your breath, guys.
Thank you, Bo. Shortest distance. I said, I think with him being bigger, he might struggle with his chest and the crushing weight.
Wow.
Oh, this.
We'll wait for the distance,
Okay.
but this could be interesting.
This
could be
very
very
good news
good
for
for
Pavlo. Very
It's
good
good news for Bobby, really.
Yeah.
But
disappointing for Tom.
Well, we'll see. I think Tom's in a luxury that he's still way ahead of fourth.
Yeah, but what does it do to Tom when he has a big...
Sometimes that can...
Yeah, like there's events like a Hercules hold. He knows he's not going to do great. He just wants to get it over and done with, and it's done. But for other things, it can mess with him a little bit.
We wait for the distance. Oh, I can't believe this.
Yeah.
That will be a shock.
That will really... Oh, wow. We don't know. Let's just wait and see.
Let's wait and see.
Craig, thank you for the super chat.
He was 1.5 points ahead of Bobby and 2.5 points ahead of Pavlo.
God, he won't even be in the top 2.
No, he'll slip down to 3rd at worst, I think. Janasha.
Yeah, because there's too big a gap there. He would slip down to 3rd, we think. We'll see. Craig, thank you for the super chat. Love from Enzy. Excited to hear. Yeah, I know this. Even though I don't know what the map looks like. No, the flag.
Tom had 598 degrees.
Ooh, okay.
That is the shortest distance in that group.
Damn.
So Pavlo taking the win. Then we had
Para
Dwyer in second.
Bobby in third.
That's really Constantine in 4th. Eddie Williams in 5th. And Tom in 6th.
Shit now. That makes that group wide open now because Pavlo is a great thrower.
Wide open for the win.
Wide open for the win.
But I still think Tom is in a stone off. Tom gets through, don't you?
Tom would have to have an absolute disaster not to make a stone off. Like he would have to come last again.
Those 3 had stretched away just quite substantially. I can't see anyone getting back into the top 3.
I didn't expect so much drama in that group, to be honest. I thought it was quite easy to predict that one, but there we go.
Yeah.
Right, let's finally read the super chat, Lozzie. Excited to hear Rauno's putting out a deadlift program. Not excited after assuming snatch grip is in it. This is snatch grip deadlift is in the plan.
I did week 1 of the plan this week, and I did snatch grip. Or this is snatch grip deadlift, and I was broken after it. But it was a great workout. I felt really good, and I'm looking forward to progressing with it.
No, it's we're biased obviously, but we think it's a great plan. It's 13 weeks.
It's a little bit different to like plans that I would put together myself, so I quite like that.
Which is interesting.
And I'm enjoying doing something different. And Rauno's a great deadlifter. He's a man that's been lifting for so many years.
He knows
he has his theories on things, but he's smart. He's never rushed things. Rauno has steadily got better over a long period of time. He's one of the greatest deadlifters there's ever been.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Gerald,
and one of the smallest.
Yes, he's so much smaller in the pictures when you see Brian in that car frame.
Can I give you the overall results?
Yes, please do.
So right now, Pavlo Cordiaca leading Group 1 with 19.
No, tied with Bobby Thompson.
No, he's leading.
Oh yes, sorry.
Let me read. You haven't got your glasses.
Oh yeah.
Pavlo Cordiaca is leading Group number 1 with 19 points. Bobby Thompson is on 18 points. Tom Stoltman is on 16.5. Big drop then to Konstantin Janasha on 12.5. Pa is on 10, and Eddie Williams is on 8. I can't see anyone from the bottom 3 touching those top 3.
No, I can't now. But Tom needs to keep it together for the throwing, because we know it's an event that people can easily make mistakes on.
Tom will get to go after these guys.
He won't.
Yes, he will. He'll get to go after these guys.
Will he?
He will get to go after.
Sorry, is it not reverse order then, based on the last event?
They could be. Sometimes they do, because the World's Strongest Man.
No.
But World's Strongest Man, normally that last event they go in reverse order of the overall.
Yeah.
But I don't know if they will.
There's a possibility. That's what I was trying to say.
But I think he'll be fine.
Okay, I think he'll be fine too. He gets emotional.
I do.
You need to calm down.
But I can't see Tom not being in the top 3.
Me neither. No. We're thinking the same thing, Lozzie.
It doesn't feel like we are.
It
feels like you're against Tom at the moment.
I'm not against Tom at all.
I mean,
I'm working out because people are going to ask, so we need to have done the maths already.
Yeah. So Pavlo Kordiaka looks in a great place. Bobby's throwing's not bad though. He's been working hard at it. Bobby keeps fighting. If Bobby beats Pavlo, he would win the group, because even if he only beat him by 1 place and they were tied on points, it would be last event.
Yeah.
Win.
Yeah.
So they're pretty much tied at the moment.
Yeah.
Bobby needs to win it. Because whoever goes against Tom nothing's guaranteed.
No.
And like you say, Tom has the ability to question himself at times, but when it comes to stones, can you see him question himself?
Oh, absolutely
He's
not.
Supremely confident.
He only needs to be in the stone off to get through to the final. I do believe that.
I really can't see Tom not making the final. I think Bobby against Pavlo is more important now.
Yeah, I think so too. Gerald, thank you for the super chat. Hi, Loz and Liz. Glad to be a member. Good luck to Team Loz, but mostly Team Liz.
Rauno.
Go Rauno.
I would be over the moon if Rauno
I know
got the
you
final.
would. We both
Absolutely over the moon.
Connor, thank you for the super chat. Hi, Loz and Liz. Have my 10-year-old daughter next to me. Oh, please do not swear. She thought I was nuts at first for watching Strongman this way. Now she just shushed me. That's so good. We're sorry if Uncle Loz said any bad words.
I don't believe any bad words came out of my mouth.
We will try and control him.
Thank you so much. Hope you guys are enjoying our coverage.
Big Bang Berry, king of the memes, he is. Thank you for the super chat. Can't watch the lives this week as at work, but thanks for everything you guys do for the community and keeping everything crossed for Rauno. He is one of Rauno's #1 fans.
Oh, thank you.
There we go.
Rauno will be so pleased.
He is the guy who made the Everybody Loves Rauno t-shirt.
They are brilliant.
And the Backlift Boys t-shirt.
That's our daughter's nightie, really, isn't it?
Yeah, I was looking for it earlier to put on, but I've decided once I find it, I'll wear it for the final if he makes the final.
Do you think there'll be tears if he makes the final?
Maybe a little one. Maybe a little glassy-eyed.
Yeah.
I won't cry.
You won't bawl.
I won't bawl. Or maybe I will. Do you know? It depends how it happens, I think. Because sometimes you can just get in your well of despair thinking something's not going right, and then suddenly you get a lovely surprise and it just comes out, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. That happens to you more than me.
I'm a baller.
Loz is the crier. Simone, thank you for the super chat. Worked, had supper, and fell asleep listening to you yesterday. Hubby wondered why I was glued to a commentary and spreadsheet all day. Thank you, guys. Need to get him on board.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he doesn't think it's so weird. It's still a bit weird, isn't it?
Well, we're all happy, aren't we? I mean, we're here. We're having fun.
Yeah.
Auntie Liz and me are arguing, but that's normal.
Yeah. We never have full arguments.
No.
Loz gets his angry voice, and then I go, calm down, like, all patronising, and then he calms down, and we eventually have a laugh, don't we?
Yeah, we like a bit of banter, don't we?
We do, we don't mind. Dan, thank you for the super chat. World's Strongest Man happening now has me even more fired up for Brits Masters and OSG qualifier.
I was fired up this morning. I wanted to get to the gym and have a good session. I'll see you in a few weeks, Dan. Thank you very much for the super chat.
Yeah. Yeah, someone's still gifting memberships. Thank you very much. How did Tom do at Arnold's on the Conans? They haven't done
it wasn't
Conans
at the Arnold's. It was a Wheel of Pain.
Yeah, so it's a push event.
So
and he's very good at it.
Different to a carrying event. Yeah. It's kind of pushing something for distance. So like truck pulls. They did the Titans turntable at World's Strongest Man. Was that last year or the year before?
That was 21. They did that.
He was amazing at that.
Yeah.
But the Conan's is an event where you pick the weight up and carry it round. So it's a little bit different.
And it can be harder for the bigger guys because it just...
Zadrunas used to hate Conan Circle.
It generally suits the slimmer athletes, which actually is quite a nice change.
I think Tom, early in his career, would have been better.
Very good. We've only had one result from him before, which was at Brits in 2020, and he was 4th. But he's improved a lot since then, so you could think maybe it got better. But
I can tell you from experience, like when I started, I was really good at shield carries and stuff like that. And as I got bigger, my gym strength got better, my logs got better, squatting, other events.
Nicholas Pablo second. Pablo was first, wasn't he?
Yeah.
We're not missing a trick, are we?
I'm pretty sure Pavlo was first. But
Metala, thank you so much for the super chat. Even when World's Strongest Man sort their shit out in 2046.
Pavlo came first on that.
Oh. We're probably reading it out of context. 3D strength
on the 3D strength.
If you read the comments, Monica's found out it's based on the last event, so it'll go where they're coming the last event for the kettlebell toss.
So it'll be based off this last event. So Tom will have to go first. Okay, so thank you so very much to you and everyone else. See you, mate. Bye.
So I was right. I'm just going to do that emoji where they paint the nails.
Smug. Post your smug Liz
images. There is a smug Liz emoji, I think, guys. Please find it and post it.
So Tom will have to go first on the last event, but I think Tom will be fine.
Yeah, I think so. I think it could even be better rather than watch other people go and stand there waiting. It might be better for him to go out first. He's still going to come here for the watch party, even in 20 years' time when it's all sorted for the live stream. Thank you.
Well, we hope so. We still will be watching and just along with you guys. So it'll be good.
Bobby has a chance to win.
Bobby's hamstring is okay. It was cramp yesterday.
Yeah.
And
it was a hard day.
Yeah. He spoke to him earlier. He's fine.
The good thing about the throw is it's not really a dangerous event and it's not that taxing for the overall.
No, it doesn't take too much out of you physically.
Like a loading race.
It's explosive, so you kind of drain quickly doing it, but you recover from it quickly as well.
Yeah. Going to be Bobby versus Tom in the Stones. Damn. It seems a likely scenario now, but who knows? There's still an event to go. And as we've just seen, anything can happen.
I will say there's no guarantees with throwing.
No, because anyone can
I have been in throwing groups before and I was not a good thrower. And I was against Travis Ortmeyer, who was a tremendous thrower.
Yeah.
And Travis had to go before me and he messed up. And then when you miss one, panic can set in, and then you miss another one, and then suddenly you start draining. And then because I got to go after him, I could go quite relaxed, and I was like, okay, don't rush, just focus on one at a time.
Yeah.
Ended up beating him. So there is advantages to going later on an event like this if someone messes up.
Yeah.
When's the Rauno ebook out?
Today, I'm literally just waiting. Someone's making me a promotional image for it. And once I've got that, we're good to go. We're ready to launch. So it will go up in between some of these events at some point today. There was a question. What happens if they tie on points? So it will go on the last event rule, which I don't like. So it depends. If there's a tie for first place going into the stone off, it'll be whoever.
If you think about the final last year, Novikov and Martins were tied on points.
Yeah.
But because Martins won beat Novikov on the stones, he ended up placing second. So if there is a tie, it'll be whoever wins out of those athletes in the tie will go through.
Yeah. Liz, slap him.
That's a bit harsh. We don't condone violence.
Liz hates Tom. No domestics, please. Domestic on camera. Confirmed Liz hates Tom and Brian.
Just don't like tall men, do you?
Apparently not.
I'm a shorty at 6'2".
Take a breath and chill, said Sue. To you, not
Go,
me.
Bobby.
Go, Bobby. Losses gets passionate. Stockman's.
Faddy is on his way up to the implement.
Oh, Jeremy, where's your super chat? Let me see if I can find it. Make sure you don't hit enter too quickly. There he is. Yeah, I got you. Thank you for the super chat. Lost turning into Evan right in front of us. Oh dear. Liz doesn't hate Brian anymore. She hates Tom. What did I say?
She's going to hate Loz in a minute.
Oh, I try and be the voice of reason. Apparently I'm too reasonable. Or not reasonable enough. I don't know. Stephen, thank you for the super chat. Sitting here shouting at my screen like I'm in the conversation like a Oh dear.
Sean says he doesn't see Janasha getting through. I don't either. I can only see one of the top three.
No, Tom.
Sorry, two of the top three.
If Tom doesn't win the group, he's in the stone off. He beats either guy that he's up against in the stone off. It's I don't see it going any other way. He would have to have an absolute disaster on the throwing, and everyone else to have the important people to have a great performance. I just don't see it happening.
No.
Pablo wins and Bobby wins stone off against Tom.
We would go mental if that happens. Yeah, I would go mental if that happens.
More mental. Lots' head would explode. Yeah.
What's that? 3D is saying something. Find out for us.
Oh, that was what he ended up calling you about.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Oh, where's the chat?
Oh, Faddy was not good.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
Yeah.
70 degrees for Faggot.
Faddy.
Said his name in a really bad way.
Well, he just needs to keep working, but yeah, we need to get into some off-season training and work on a few things.
Yeah,
it's a good eye-opening experience.
There you go. Someone thinks it's cute the way you get really passionate about Bobby's group.
I'm passionate about every group, but if I've got an athlete in there, more so.
Yeah. Why are you wearing your finals t-shirts already? Because we're getting in the mood. We're getting ready for the finals. Tomorrow we will wear our athlete t-shirts. Yes. So if Moose gets through,
not tomorrow.
No, Saturday. If Moose gets through, Loz will be wearing his Moose top. I'll be wearing my Everyone Loves Rauno top, and then I don't know, ball gown and tuxedo on Sunday.
Waistcoat and monocle.
The beard's gone. It's just the tash left.
Got it up.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. When does the first event? It is well underway now. We've moved into group 2. Group 1 is done.
So Christian is at the bar right now. Just very quickly, I'll go through group 1's results. So group 1, Pavlo Cordiaca won the Conan circle with 742 degrees. Paraguay was second with 722 degrees. Bobby Thompson was third with 649 degrees. Konstantin Janasha was next with 633. Then Eddie Williams with 614. And Tom Stoltman took 6th place with 598 degrees. We are on to group number 2. And so far we've had Fadi El Masri has been, and Christian Haraldson is about to go.
The Conans would be a really interesting one to compare all groups against each other as well.
Maxime.
Yeah, look, Maxime's in the house.
How you doing, buddy? We hope you're recovering well.
Hope everyone is doing great. Such an amazing competition, although I wish I was competing myself next year. Imagine how even
look
scarier
forward
it would
to
be
seeing
with
Maxime back. He's done amazing at World's Strongest Man and doing awesome things for Canadian Strongman as well. We look forward to seeing you, buddy. It was good to see you at the Arnolds, and I hope recovery is going well.
Loz isn't Rauno's coach because Rauno is uncoachable, but we're just very good friends of him.
We are very good friends.
There's a joke that I'm Rauno's coach because Loz has lots of athletes and it's this whole Team Loz brand. Rauno was like, fuck, Team Loz, we'll have Team Liz. So yeah, we branded it and everything. So I have a horse in the race, if you like.
So Christian's been, we're just waiting for his results. Which group is Mariusz Pujanowski? He has not competed since 2009.
In which group? I think it's a joke.
Was it 2009, his last one?
Look at this comment. The average lifting guy, Rauno, is so funny. When I met him at the meet and greet after Europe's last year, he patted me on the belly with a big smile on his face and said, "Whoa, you're a big fucker." Oh my goodness.
Why does that sound like Rauno?
It sounds exactly like him. Yeah.
You should have patted his belly back.
Yeah. Yeah. He wouldn't have minded.
Don't record. Let me suck it in.
Loz, why are you anti-Stoltman now?
Anti-Stoltman?
Why are you anti-Stoltman?
I'm not anti-Stoltman.
Oh, honestly, do you know what? The most frustrating thing about World's Strongest Man is that we'll say, oh, this athlete's doing this. They could do this or it could go this way. one person will say, "Oh, you favorite them, you love them, you're up their ass," and then the next person will say, "Why do you hate them so
On the
much?"
same video, I've had
Oh,
one person say you
about
hate them,
the
the next
same
person say why do you love them so much.
The same statement. So it's nonsense.
I am very honest with my
It's
views.
predictions.
So I go based on what I know and what I see, and that's as even with my own athletes. Obviously,
Yeah.
I want my own athletes to do well. I might be a bit more passionate about Bobby because I've become good friends with him, and I coach him, and he's in the same group as Tom. But I never want people to do badly, and I'm always happy to see people doing well.
Yes, and we got on very well with Tom
I'm
and
happy
Luke.
to be proven wrong when I do predictions as well.
Mm.
It's nothing personal at all. I've been up to stay with the Stoltmans, train with them, talk to them regularly. They are both great guys.
Someone's gifting memberships again. Thank you.
So we have a result for Christian Harrelson. He did 524 degrees. Big Gav is up next.
Oh, okay. Gav
3D strength. How's Gav going to do?
Gav didn't do it at Europe's, did he? Because
No,
he pulled out on the deadlift.
Hurt, but he's been much better this week.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, no, he has. But what I mean is we have no real inclination of where Gav's at with this.
No.
So it'd be interesting to see.
Maybe 3D strength can give us a little indication.
A hint. Tom, thank you for the super chat. Bobby 2.0 is doing amazing. Has anyone said Auntie Liz and Corey Butler could be sisters? Oh, there you go. Corey is the biggest sweetheart as well. I love Corey.
She is lovely.
She's not there either. So she's following spreadsheets and everything else and getting stressed. Where are we? Hawkeye, thank you for the super chat. Whenever I say try to say Rauno, I can't help but roll the R really far, like Rauno. Go team.
Do it.
Yeah, we often do that, don't we?
Yeah. So Tom has the record for the Wheel of Pain, but the Wheel of Pain is a completely different event to the Conan Circle. Just to clarify that. Yeah. Think more like a truck pulling, or truck pushing type event rather than a lifting and carrying.
Yeah, really low position, full force.
Yeah. Liz was right. Yes, she was. Thank you for pointing that out. There we go. Okay. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
It's my favorite emoji.
Is this your favorite moment of this weekend so far?
We'll see. There might be more to come. I'll say. Hopefully, there's better moments than this.
What's this one?
Gift memberships and then given to a random by YouTube. Erin.
I don't understand.
Oh, so when people click the gift membership, it just randomly gives it to people. That's interesting, isn't it? So you don't get to choose. Is that what?
Maybe, yeah. I don't know how it works. I've become members of a few channels, but I don't know how it works.
No, I don't know how membership gifting works either, to be honest. And even though we have a channel, it doesn't explain it to us at all, does it?
Gav went past Christian. He's done 557 degrees, which is putting him into the lead so far in this group.
This is a good question. What would be your opinion on Brian Shaw's retirement if he does take first place this year? I think it's the perfect fairy tale ending, and I don't think it would change his plans.
I think it would be the dream way to go out.
Yeah.
I know I don't think
he would come back for a six.
He's going to do the Shaw Classic as his final competition. Yeah. Obviously, that makes total sense. Yeah. It's hometown. He's going to have a great send-off there.
It's like the perfect legacy, isn't it, to finish?
If he managed to win this World's Strongest Man, he equals Mariusz Pudzianowski. It's taken everything to, you think of the effort that goes into a strongman career, and then one as good as Brian Shaw's. He's got so many other things going on in his life. He wants to be able to step back from training. So it would just be the dream way to go out.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Ruins, thank you for the super chat. I look forward to the Loz and Liv stream so much that I probably watch this event over an actual World's Strongest Man live stream if it ever came to be.
Thank you very, very much.
Thank you. We could have both.
So.
How is Bobby's hamstring? Bobby's hamstring is fine. It was just cramp, wasn't it?
Bobby. Don't read it out, but Bobby being focused.
Bobby is focused.
I can't repeat it, but Bobby is focused, and he's a fighter.
Yeah, and a swearer. Addy, thank you for becoming a member. Today is hotter there than yesterday, apparently, which is a bit of a worry because people said they were turning into raisins. No. Cody, is there any chance we see a no Stoltman final? No, I don't see it. I mean, there's a tiny chance.
There's
but
a theoretical chance, but as
yeah.
long as Tom can stay in the top 3
Then
in Group
no.
1, I believe Tom wins the stone off.
Yeah.
Even from a disadvantaged position.
We'd put a lot of money on Tom. I mean, if going up against Pavlo would be a bit of a nightmare. Pavlo lifted the stone 10 times last year up against Maxine.
What would be the problem is if he is against Pavlo, I still think Tom will. Yeah, and is he fit enough as well? I think a speed run, Tom wins easily.
Yeah, but
I think
endurance
based. Even if he won, I think it takes a lot out of him, which is a problem for him going into the final.
Yeah.
If guys like Mitch Hooper and Novikov and these other big names have had an easier path.
Yeah.
And that's one of the disadvantages of being in the stone off. You are then having to do that extra event. And if you're against someone good, you're going to have to work hard. If he just has to do a few stones, it's a bit of a warm up for the stones in the final.
Yeah.
But if you've got to push, that's going to be a problem. Your hamstrings, your lower back, your biceps, everything is going to be hurting and feeling it.
Yeah.
So,
but yeah, if Bobby wins, he does win the group. If he wins the kettlebells, yes. Do we have any more results from Group 2? Did we get a result for Gav?
Gav is in the lead, yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
There we go. 3D strength for MVP. I don't know if I missed it completely, but I haven't heard any results for a while.
So Gav got 557 degrees.
Okay.
Novikov is coming out.
Okay, it's been interesting. He did well at Europe.
He's around twice. It looks like Novikov is going well.
Okay, cool.
I think.
Oh, Novikov is doing
it right now. He's not finished, but it looks like he's into the lead.
Twice around.
2.5 times around.
Ooh. It's going very well.
Novikov stepping up the gear today.
Waiting on degrees reading. There we go. Anthony, thank you for the super chat. Thoughts on how Kaz, Capes and Sigmason would do with these events?
It's a completely different sport now. It's a very hard thing to compare because they were greats of their time. A good question to say is how would the guys do now against what they were doing back then?
Yeah,
because it's almost completely different. But great athletes adapt and train for specific things. So we have no real comparison. So it's a very different. Wow, 890 degrees.
Wow, that's more than Pavlo did.
More than everyone.
Wow, Alexei
Novikov.
Alexei securing that group win
on day 2.
Yeah. Who else is in his group? Luke and
Thomas Evans.
Interesting. I think they'll both put in really good distances, but I'd be amazed if someone beats that.
I can't see them beating that.
No, I can't.
Not either of those guys. Big, thick-set guys.
Who could?
That was
that was
amazing
really good
distance there by Novikov.
Right.
But you never know.
Yeah. Late to the party from Jason. Hi, Jason. What was the phone call about?
So I was just being told that Liz was right, basically.
So we weren't sure after, because technically the kettlebell throw is the last event for everyone. We didn't know if it would go on the order so far in the groups or the reverse order from the last event. And it is going to be reverse order of last event. So the guys who do the worst in the Conans will have to go out first on the kettlebell.
If Tom had Jerry to chase in a circle, it would have helped.
Very good guy.
Very impressive. Very good.
Just imagine Tom chasing bloody mouse. Thomas. Come on, Luke. Who's most likely to win the Conans from Group 2? Alexei. And I would have said that before.
Yeah.
Because he's very good at these types of events. Farron, thank you for the super chat. What event aesthetics do you prefer? Mythology, local legend, produce, i.e. sausage, circus, big rigs, farmer's work? Should comps have themes? Oh, I love that. Yes, they should have
I think
a bit of everything.
Cool. That would be cool.
But we have seen bits of all of this, haven't we? So,
and I think that's why World Strongest Man moving is a good thing, because you can kind of use the history of where you're at to create different events.
Yes,
we've seen a lot of different themes over the years.
Produce is definitely my favorite.
You like cheese and sausage lifting?
Cheese deadlifts, sausage hold, and if they could somehow incorporate bread, and I've got an actual meal. Yeah. Bread might not be heavy enough though.
Liz's favorite event is the buffet.
The buffet. Oh, that's quite rude.
That's one of Kaz's lines, isn't it?
Well, look, even Dale's a member now. Someone's gifted him a membership. Heath, thank you for the super chat. Who is the nicest strongman you have ever met?
There's lots of nice strong men.
There are lots of nice strongmen.
Mark Felix is lovely.
Yeah, he's
He
super
really is,
nice.
isn't he?
Yeah.
Nick Best is very nice.
Yeah.
Look,
Pablo Cordiac is very nice.
Pablo is lovely. I'd say most of them are nice, but it depends on the situation.
Yeah,
You know,
everyone.
sometimes
has the ability
guys are a
to
little
not
bit
be
more
nice,
serious at competitions. Mitch is really nice. You know, when you get to know Mitch, he's a lovely guy. Really cares about people. Rauno's really nice, but could almost seem off at first if you don't know him,
because he's a bit shy around people.
Adam Bishop's nice, but you might not think so when you see him competing because he's like in the zone and focused.
Yeah.
So it depends on the situation, but
Tom and Luke are really nice
Tom
as well.
And Luke are great, and they're both great with fans.
Yeah.
Eddie Williams is lovely.
Yeah.
Rongo Keane is lovely.
Yeah.
We just rattle out names, really.
Yeah, we could go on and on and on. Brian's really nice as well.
Yeah. They are all.
Evan's really nice.
Evans.
And a lot of people might not think it. Trey's lovely.
Trey's a big softie, isn't
it?
it?
Would be easier to give you a list of who's not really nice. I'm not going to do that. No, I wouldn't have a list.
But even that list, like, it depends on the situation of where you've met
course.
them and what the situation was.
Of course.
Like 3D Strength is nice.
Yeah, he is.
He's just short.
Mods, help Dwayne join the membership. I can't tag him, said Anthony. Something going on there. Thank you.
Luke did just about 1.5 revolutions, so we will wait for the distance.
Okay. Yeah, because we don't know.
I think it's high 500s around.
What did Gav do? 557.
No, Christian did 557. So 545 for Luke behind Christian.
What about Gav?
But ahead. Oh,
where's Gav's gone?
Gav did 557.
Yeah.
Christian did 524.
So he's
between those two.
Right.
He's ahead of Christian, but behind Gav.
Okay. That makes more sense. Oh, I've got a bit of a tension headache coming on.
Are you feeling stressed?
A little bit. Prediction for the Stoltmans. There's a high chance now that Tom is in the stone off and then he wins the stone off.
Luke should be in the stone off as well, although Gav is ahead of him on that event, but Gav is 3 points behind.
Do you know what? Gav loves to throw.
He does.
The kettlebell throw will be his favourite, but it's a mistake-prone event.
Honestly, if Gav can get himself into that stone off, he has a chance. And I know 3D Strength will be keeping his fingers
going
crossed.
Absolutely ballistic.
We said beforehand, if Gav can kind of hold it together and get to the stone off, he's got a shot.
Did we mention Gav as one of the nicest? Because we should have.
Gav.
Yeah,
just a gent.
Yeah, he's really.
If you've ever been to a Giants Live and come to the meet and greets, he doesn't stop talking to people.
He's got the longest, deepest queue because he'll let you chat and he'll chat back. He's so lovely though. He's really sweet. LMUSNC, thank you for the super chat. Is closed captioning possible on live chat? Thanks to the military, I'm almost 100% deaf and not that good at lip reading.
Don't know that it is.
Only on playback, I believe. Yeah, not on live as we're live. I don't believe. It's something I'll look into though, because I do keep an eye on our percentages of people that use closed captions, and I have actually I've even written them myself, done subscriptions for them before to upload as captions. So I will keep an eye on it.
Thank you so much for supporting us, and
thank you.
We'll try and talk a little slower,
a little louder. Lara, thank you for the super chat. Second year watching this spreadsheet with you guys. Thank you for doing what you do. Thank you so much.
Thank you
Lara.
for joining us, Lara. Thomas Evans is waiting to come out.
Oh, Thomas will be an interesting one on this one because we genuinely have no idea.
No idea how Tom will do on this.
No, but he's proven to be just great all round.
Unbreakable Promotions are in the house.
Yes, awesome effort for the Welsh.
These guys are doing a great job promoting Strongman, and they will be running the Masters on the 27th of May. If anyone is around the Gloucester area, Gloucester Docks, get yourself down. I'll be competing.
Jason just saying there, gifted memberships are given to random people in the live chat, but they have to accept it. Okay. There you go. Thank you for the super chat, Jason, and for the clarity. That's weird, isn't it? That they're given randomly. Can you not choose who to give it to?
Very strange. But thank you to anyone that is gifting memberships. Thank you to anyone that is getting the memberships themselves. They all help us grow the channel.
Did Faddy really only do 70 degrees, Lozo?
Yes.
Move on. Bo Cashman, thank you for the super chat. Loz and Liz out here doing the Lord's work with the live chats. Thank you both for all the work you do for us Strongman fans. Thank you both.
Thank you, Bo.
I don't know how far
I'm looking forward to getting stuck into some off-season training with Faddy.
Yeah.
Because this was frustrating for me, because he's had to do his prep for World's Strongest Man during a fast for Ramadan. And obviously I have to accept his wishes and his religion. But as a coach, it was very frustrating.
Yeah. Peter, where's your comment? I'll keep an eye out for you. Peter Sampson, thank you for doing it or attempting a super chat. Thank you, Jeremy, for becoming a member. Let's try and get a little bit caught up so we don't get too far behind. Jamie, thank you for becoming a member as well. Oh, where are we?
Novikov isn't human.
No, he really isn't. He's such an impressive athlete, especially at his size as well. He gives away a lot to the biggest guys. I'm just going back up slightly just to check I didn't jump, and I didn't. Chris, thank you for the super chat. Novikov bringing a bomb to a gunfight. Yeah, wow.
Thomas Evans accidentally dropped it short.
Oh, dear. Oh, that is unfortunate.
So we need to wait and see.
Yeah, that could be very bad news for Thomas. Oh, what a shame.
Good for Luke.
Very good for Luke.
Good for Gav.
Yeah, good for Gav. Yeah. It depends how big a disaster it is for
Let's
Thomas.
wait and see. But before this event, Novikov was winning. Thomas Evans was in second. Luke was in third. Gav was in fourth. So let's see.
And he was 2 points ahead of Luke. Interesting.
We will find out for you shortly.
It's always terrible if someone makes a mistake and loses out that way, but it's part of the sport, unfortunately. Dwayne, thank you for the super chat. If I can figure out how to buy my own membership, I would definitely pass on a couple to others. This channel is a gift to Strongman fans. Oh, thank you. Your presence is gift enough.
Wow, Thomas Evans, 69 degrees.
Oh, no. So even behind Faddy on 70.
So after the Conan circle in group number 2, Alexei Novikov now has 22 points. He can't be caught. He just needs to throw one implement over and he has won the group. Luke Stoltman is in a good solid position, second place on 16, but Thomas Evans is still only 1 point behind and Gav Bilton is only 2 points behind.
Oh, so we've got 16, 15, 14.
Yeah, so Luke on 16, Thomas on 15 and Gav Bilton on 14 points.
How's Luke's throwing?
Good, but Gav is good at throwing as well, and I should imagine
Thomas Evans is apparently brilliant at throwing.
So this could be a battle, and Alexei Novikov will be very happy that he doesn't have to get involved in that.
Oh, I know. He will want no part of that gunfight.
So that group is going to be an exciting finish.
Oh, my head.
3D strength. How is Gav's throwing looking? Can he do it?
He won it at the Arnold UK in a 14-man lineup.
He did.
So
with the likes of Mitch Hooper in there. Janasha, Rauno, Zdrunas, who used to be incredible at throwing.
Yeah, brilliant. Yeah, and also Lewis Jack, who's a great thrower. Andrew, thank you so much for the super chat. Really like your guys' honest opinions. Thoughts on groups after first day? I like them better now. Yeah, prime loss on this year's deadlift event yesterday would have scared the moose. Yeah, I think like sometimes you see a group and you think, what the? But then because of, reasons, it doesn't go how you expect, or people aren't in the shape that you thought
people
they might
make
come
mistakes.
in. Yeah.
They just have a bad competition.
And it has a way of figuring itself out, but
nothing ever goes to plan.
I still wouldn't have organized them that way myself.
No. I don't think I would have pushed Moose on the deadlift either. I would have scored decent points, but that was impressive. Him, Rauno, Brian, those guys.
Very, very,
very
good.
Impressive.
Yeah. Lost on fire. That was hilarious. What did you do?
I don't know.
Sex a child. So what did I do that was hilarious?
That was ages ago.
Yeah, it was. That's why I'm trying to catch up, because it's horrible when we feel so disconnected from the chat because we're too far behind. Alejandro, thank you for the super chat. Good morning. I think all three would do well. Great deadlifters, good weight over bar, good at stones, only if they master today's log technique. What was that in reference to?
Probably some of the athletes that I coach.
Oh, okay. Oh, maybe. I don't know. This is why it's important.
Faddy needs a lot of work on technique on log.
Yeah, he does. Gary, thank you so much for the super chat. Issue with F1 Drive documentary is that F1 drivers can and do have really ugly rivalries, even in their own teams, and they play on that. Strongman are much more for each other to do well, and it's a brotherhood. Oh,
absolutely.
I didn't know that about
absolutely.
F1.
I mean, Strongman doesn't have the money that F1 does, very different in terms of the money they're fighting for.
Yeah, I guess when the stakes are higher.
What's 3D strength saying there?
I said that handsome fucker. Did you? Again on the Conans, and Pa replied with one word, which I can't say. Oh dear. Of course, he's got Pa in Group 1 as
Yes.
well.
Yeah, I think Par's chances of getting to the final are over. Well, they are over looking at the scores.
Yeah, I don't.
He can't.
No, he can't reach
He's
the
too far
stone off
behind.
now.
But Gav Bilton still in with a shot.
Mm.
We move on to group number 3, which is currently, as it stands, it's Mitch Hooper in first place on 18 points, Matt Ragg on 13.5 points, Ivor Schmaxtel is 10.5, Graham Hicks on 9.5, Spencer Remick on 6.5, and Mateusz Kiliaszkowski on 5.
Area 51 gym is also on pins. Team Gav. That's
yes,
Gav's gym.
yes.
I bet they're
Hope
all.
you guys are all supporting him. He's doing amazing. He is doing so well. Everybody loves Gav, and he's got a chance. Throwing is a great event for him. Let's see what happens later.
Brett, thank you for becoming a member. Will, is Tom's low Conan score due to injury? We know as much as you, but we don't think so because we're certain we would have heard if that was the case. We have a lot of people there.
Yeah, I don't think we can always blame injury, but we don't know. Like,
no, we don't know.
Without seeing, we don't know. But I'd be surprised if he's injured. He did very well yesterday overall, looking a lot better than he has all year.
Be a mistake, or well, it said he was struggling. Maybe
also
fitness.
He's so much bigger than he used to be that type of event can really start being detrimental to getting bigger and bigger. So Drunas never liked that event. A lot of the bigger guys don't. So
no, it's true. Mats, where is your comment, Mats? I'm going to keep an eye out for you, but it is not attached to your super chat. You have to be really careful because it's very easy to make a mistake and hit the send a super chat, and it goes, and you haven't even had the chance to write your message because you didn't see where it was supposed to go. Oh, dear me.
So I think they'll probably be doing a TV link right now,
which is a good time for us to catch up. Tom's distance would have got him second in Novikov's group.
Yeah.
Oh wow! Yeah, and that goes to show.
You know, we had groups that came like Kiliaszkowski was last in his group or fifth in his
on
group.
The loading, but it would have got him
first or second in another group.
Yeah, I can't remember which group now. Yeah, but that's unfortunately.
I love this.
Oh, it's on now. Go Gavin the sausage. I wish I could send you a screaming voice note. Oh, you can.
Send it anyway.
Yeah, go on, do it.
Well, if it's not offensive.
Yeah. Nothing too bad.
I might listen on my own first.
Yeah. Loz can check it's okay. Schoonwinkel. Yeah. Where are these names coming from? Schoonwinkel, Fingers. My first stream, excited. That's brilliant.
I love you guys. We're getting people create accounts now just to come on here.
Just to mess with us. Rob, thank you for the super chat. Watch Trey, Bobby, Kevin, and Evan working on their throne with Brian. Anyone a threat to beat Shaw with the kettlebell toss?
Not in that group. No, he's not in a group of great. Well, Adam Bishop's decent.
Adam's decent,
but I still can't see him beating Brian.
No.
I think Brian wins that event. Brian could well win it across all the groups.
Yeah.
Maxime, who was in here earlier, is probably one of the few guys that could challenge him on this event.
Yeah, Maxime's a great thrower as well. It's a real shame he's not there this year, but wish him well with his recovery. Yeah, so Tom's would have gone second place in Group 2.
These are the disadvantages of the groups. When we looked on paper, Group 1 and Group 3 were stacked.
Yeah. How accurate do they measure? Can you tell a 1 degree distance? It's got a measuring tool actually on the implement in the middle usually.
The Giants Live one does. I don't know. I'm not there. Can't see it, but they are pretty accurate.
Yeah, there you go.
Everyone has to start at the same point, and there's kind of like markers, and then they kind of measure as well.
Yeah.
But the Giants Live one actually has like a compass on the top that they use.
Yeah, it does. Yeah. Loz, do you think Tom will be able to keep his composure mentally and make it through to the final?
I think he can.
Yeah.
Liz isn't convinced.
No, it's not that I'm not convinced. I'm literally throwing out different scenarios.
I of course. And I'm
trying to mentally prepare you guys. I won't bother.
I think Tom has the ability to kind of melt down a little bit, but I think knowing he has the stones and knowing how confident he is on the stones, I think that keeps him calm.
Yeah.
I think if it wasn't the stones as the banker deciding event, then he could have a problem.
Maybe a bit panicked.
Tom is so supremely confident when it comes to stones, and particularly the stones at World's Strongest Man. He's got through on a stone off twice before already. He's won the stones in the final multiple times. He's just very confident when it comes to this event.
For people that want to become a member, you have to press the join button, which is next to the subscribe button. Thank you, Geordie. And then super chat from Michael. Thank you, Michael. Build your perfect strongman based on events in deadlifting, pressing, carrying, moving, loading, and pulling, dragging. Deadlifting, Thor or Eddie?
Yeah.
Thor or Eddie's deadlift. Zydrunas' press.
In his prime.
Thor's carrying? No. What sort of carrying? Because carrying and moving are different.
If you're talking about like carrying things for distance, like a shield, yeah, I'd go with Thor.
Yeah. If you're talking about a frame or a yoke, I'd choose either Lars or Mateusz or Mitch. Yeah. Pulling, dragging.
Tom.
No, is Tom a good dragger?
Thor was better.
Thor.
I've never seen someone drag stuff like Thor did.
No.
Although Tom is good.
Marius was a good dragger as well.
Truck pulling. Terry Hollins was amazing. Thor. Tom. Zydrunas. Brian. Grip wise that we haven't mentioned, I think Felix or JF Karan.
Yeah. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Kelly, thank you for becoming a member. Oh, and Alejandro, just confirming, he was referring to Bill, Kaz, and Jean-Paul, not your three clients,
yes.
not 3 or 4 clients.
Well, like, it's just completely different time in the sport. Those are the 3 guys that, they're all legends and paved the way for the rest of us. So there's so much we've got to be thankful to them, but you just cannot really compare.
They were as strong as they needed to be back then, weren't they?
You raise your level based on your opposition and what the events are. And the events back then, I think it would be fun to do a competition, not World's Strongest Man, but just do a competition with the events that they used at the first World's Strongest Man.
Yeah, I would love to
just
see
to
that.
see what
love
people
to
did.
See it. Yes. George, thank you for the super chat. I'm now 2.5 years into strongman training and have my first season last year. I'll try my best to represent Switzerland at World's Strongest Man one time, but first I need to qualify for OSG.
Awesome.
Well, good luck with that.
Entering the online qualifier.
And we may
Are you
see
going to do the
later
European one? Because they've got the European one coming up. I think the beginning of May.
Oh,
the qualifier needs to be done.
Ryan, thank you for the super chat. I don't have the join button on my screen. Would love to join, but I don't even have the button to join.
I think if you look on like a computer screen later, you'll be able to do it.
And
I don't think you can from your phone.
It might depend on what you use, if it's like Android, iOS, or whatever the other options are, if there are any other options.
I can't see it on my phone, but I know on the computer there's where it says like share or like and stuff like that. There's a join button.
Yeah. Matthew, thank you for becoming a member. It may actually be easier to do it in between lives than on the live if you just go to the front of the channel. Dave, thank you for the super chat. Mitch has a lot of education. Is it hard to coach?
No, he's not hard to coach. Mitch is a very smart guy, but he understands my experience in the sport is very beneficial for him. That's been able to kind of fast track him both in competition and behind the scenes as well, I think. And there's certainly events where I've been able to really help him progress quicker.
Yeah.
So I think just having someone like myself who's been involved in the sport for so long and has competed at every single competition, has experience of all the different promoters, he's found very useful. And just having someone to bounce ideas off as well. I plan his training. We kind of keep in communication with each other. We may make changes. If he's feeling really good on a day, we might kind of adapt things. I'll be there to kind of tell him when he needs to back off a little bit. But Mitch is a great coach himself, and he's easy to work with. Sometimes he does go off and do like a random thing, but he never does anything stupid. He's not like, 3D strength coaches Powered Wire who will do like a one-handed snatch with and kick a football at the same time. Mitch isn't doing stuff like that. So as long as it's beneficial to the events that are coming up, then we don't mind. Group 3 is just still doing
okay. It's just the chat was trying to go a bit crazy, and I was trying to figure out why. The group stages are for TV basically because it helps them.
It gives them an individual TV show
per group. Yeah. Jason asking what happened I had to step away. What happened to Tom Evans?
From the sound of things, it's like he kind of
Fumbled
picked it up
it
and
a bit.
fumbled and went down, which I've seen happen many times on a
Yeah.
Conan circle. You kind of almost lose your balance. You see people walk backwards on that first step.
really.
There's usually a small area where they have
A
like
dead
a dead zone where they can drop it and pick it back up. But if they go past that, then
Sounds like he must have been just past it, which is a real big shame for Thomas, and has made that group very, very interesting.
no, this is a weird one. Does a poor
No, it
Conan supply
doesn't.
a poor shield carry of Tom? No, Tom, with his long arms, is actually very good at shield carry.
Yeah.
And it's weird because you think about it and it's a carrying event again, but it is slightly different.
This is a similar question as well for Ant. Will the results be an indicator? But you think the advantage that Tom has on a shield carry is the fact that he can get his arms so far around, which makes a huge difference.
Tom is provenly good on shield carry.
Yeah.
Not so on Conan circle.
Yeah.
It's kind of
there
like
it's like crushing on your chest.
You're holding it like this, pulled into your kind of diaphragm and chest, so you can't breathe, and that can make you panic. Whereas on the shield, Tom can get his hands around it, get it up a bit higher, so it's more on his chest than pressing down into the diaphragm. And he can, because he's got such long arms that he can kind of link his hands, that's a big advantage.
Does it seem Luke questions himself more than Tom? Asks Aaron. Thank you for the super chat. It's hard to say. Like, I think Tom is more genetically gifted to do strongman than Luke is.
Yeah.
And Luke doesn't have the same, obviously, international results as Tom, being a 2-time World's Strongest Man winner. Luke bigs Tom up all the time.
I think Luke is a very caring big brother.
He is. We know he is.
Luke's a great strongman, but he knows that Tom has potential to be one of the best of all time, which is, Tom does. He hasn't proven it yet, even though he's a 2-time World's Strongest Man, because in my eyes, he needs to focus on other comps as well to be considered in the likes of Zdrunas and Brian. But Tom is still, how old is he? Late 20s?
Yeah. Is he 30 yet? No, I think he's late 20s.
He's 30 at the moment.
28,
so
29?
He has time to build on that legacy. And I think Luke is a huge part of Tom being so good. And Luke is also getting close to 40. It's harder at that age. I think Luke.
He looks younger because he's got a full head of hair. I don't think a lot of people realise.
I actually think Luke sort of stepping back from some of the opportunities he's had. Like, I think he should have competed at Britain's this year. I think Britain's, it would have been a great opportunity for him to win, because he's not going to have as many opportunities as Tom is. No, but they have to do what's right for them. My opinion's my opinion. You guys will have your opinions, but they need to be happy with what they're doing, and they are. Both are great strongmen, but Tom is, you can't pretend Tom is the better strongman out of the two and has a better chance of winning World's Strongest Man.
Sam, thank you for the super chat. How much harder is log press than standard overhead, Lazo?
It depends. It depends what overhead you're talking about. I think log press.
I'm absolutely bursting for the toilet. You're going to have to look after this.
Yeah, log press is, if you've never done log press before, then you'll struggle with it. Once you kind of adapt and you kind of get used to the neutral grip, and normally it depends how you press. Like, the biggest log lifters, especially the heavyweights, tend to be very strong in the shoulders and triceps. They're not always the best at things like axle and dumbbell, because those events require a little bit more flexibility. But you take someone like Luke or Iron Bibi or Zdrunas, Eddie Hall, all those guys are massive in the upper body, thick set midsection, very strong triceps, very strong shoulders. Axle and dumbbell, although they're good, not necessarily as good as some athletes. Like, dumbbell tends to suit the more explosive athletes. Axle also is a bit harder to clean than a log, so the clean element becomes an issue. But it's adapting your training to be as good as possible. A lot of the lighter weight classes, however, very explosive, focus more on Olympic style lifting, jerking the log, using their whole body. So it's just finding the best way for you. It's the most important thing. You back?
Yep. Next. Sorry, we've fallen really far behind now.
It's all right. No, there's still no results coming in for group 3.
Thank you for the super chat. I look forward to these lives during World's Strongest Man, like how kids look forward to Santa. Still don't understand how golf can be live on TV and not World's Strongest Man.
I think we'll get there. I'd love to see World's Strongest Man live. Lots of TV stuff in between.
Yes, like a full production with like the hot desk.
Group 3
and everything
is starting.
Oh, there we go. Hopefully
Spencer
one day we'll
is
get
heading
there.
to the bar. Thank you for becoming a member.
Thank you, Daryl. Giga Mango Fanta is back. Thank you for the super chat. What kind of injuries could we possibly see based on the events coming up? Try, maybe
Hopefully
knees
none.
or other body parts?
Hopefully none.
Hopefully
Look,
none.
every event has potential for injuries, but it's not what we want to see.
No, of course not. I'm sure they don't want to see it. But
strongman is a dangerous sport, obviously.
Yeah, and literally sometimes you think, oh, this is bicep heavy, but then a quad might go. You honestly
these guys
don't
are pushing
know.
to the limits, so there's always a chance of injuries.
Yeah. George, thank you
doing,
for the
George?
super chat. Yes, I was doing the online qualifier for Europe's, but injured myself in the stones in the warm-up. Not too bad. Only a muscle fiber tear in my forearm, but nothing to rush. I'm 24 years old. Oh,
yeah,
you got ages,
be smart.
yeah.
Don't rush back. But yeah, good luck with your training, buddy, and keep up the good work.
I do not know why you've been timed out, but it may have been for spamming. Were you spamming? I don't know. I don't know. We do have mods looking after things for us because we can barely keep on top of ourselves, let alone everyone else. Matthew, I cannot see your chat, but I will keep an eye out for it. Jordan, thank you for the super chat. Saddest part of the event so far was that Mateusz flopped day one. I was so excited to see him back at World's Strongest Man. Why do you think he did so poorly?
I think he's really lacking confidence in himself. No, I think the deadlift was expected. The loading looked like it was a mistake. And then I think he's got into his head. He was very, very nervous from what I've heard approaching the log. Seems to have a knee issue that's bothering him. Yeah. And just a combination of all those things holding him back a little bit.
I've accidentally skipped some super chats. Sorry. Mango Fanta, thank you so much. What version of Loz looks better with his cocaine Kaz stare of intensity? Shaved Slim Loz in 2011 London, or dwarf mode bearded Loz of current day?
So before we answer that, Spencer Remick did 470 degrees, first person to go in group number 3. Which was the best Loz? I think the best version of me as an athlete was around 2012.
No, that's not the question. What version of Loz looks better with the crazed look of intensity?
Oh, that's an answer for you to give.
I think smoother Loz. Smoother, slimmer Loz, probably.
Smoother, slimmer Loz.
There you go.
You want me to get rid of the beard?
No, I'm just saying that goes better with that. Jonathan saying, can't wait on these updates anymore. If I fly out tonight, will I be able to attend? Yes.
Yes, you don't need tickets.
You do not need tickets.
The only thing, I think it was tickets for the VIP.
Yeah.
But anyone can go and watch the event.
Yes. Yeah. So you can get on a plane, you can go and keep us updated. What have we got? Thank you for the super chat. Paddy, how's the grip training? Need you on the board.
I've got a bit of a finger issue at the moment, buddy. So I haven't done any grip training for a few weeks. I'm just trying to make sure it's rested. I'm doing farmers still for my comp I'm coming up, but I'm not doing any extra grip stuff because I don't want to make it any worse. But hopefully we'll be down and training at the farm soon.
Look at this one. Stephen, thank you for the super chat. Sure for 5. For all of us Shaw fans, can you make an unbalanced argument that Brian is the greatest of all time? Liz, an unbalanced argument. How do I make an unbalanced? Like he's way cooler than Zydrunas? I don't know. What does an unbalanced argument look like?
You don't even need to make it unbalanced. You know, you can argue that Shaw is the greatest of all time.
Shaw has so many records.
Particularly when you just look at World's Strongest Man.
Yes, definitely.
His consistency at World's Strongest Man is incredible.
Yeah, and overshadows Zydrunas in that sense. Zydrunas did better at the Arnolds, so it's
Zydrunas was also had a couple of years away from World's Strongest Man.
He did. And then, there's the argument.
Kidishkovsky is coming out.
Oh my goodness. This is the one that we're all going to be holding our breath on because he needs a huge performance here. And normally I would say yes, but today I'm really worried. There's definitely an argument for sure, but there's definitely an argument for Zydrunas. I know Zydrunas.
Both of them are so good.
Yes.
It's just as simple as that. They're both incredible athletes.
Nathan, thank you for the super chat.
Moving fast.
Sorry. Oh, okay, that's good. First beginners comp coming up next weekend. I can't hit the entry weights, but any tips for someone's first time? Oh, I can hit the entry weights.
Go and have fun. Focus on your own performance. Take it one event at a time. Stay hydrated. Ask questions and just enjoy it. You're not expected to win. You want to go there and have fun. It doesn't look like a great distance. 1.5 revolutions.
Yeah, but is he still going?
Oh, maybe. Yeah, so he's moving fast.
Okay,
I don't
let's
like these
see.
slow updates.
No, I know it's painful, isn't it?
It's almost worse getting during updates.
Yeah. Henrik, thank you for becoming a member, and to JJ as well.
Come on, Kiliashkovsky, let's see what you can do.
Someone asking, why didn't Mateusz go first on this event? I don't know. Why didn't he go first? What was before this? The log? Because he didn't come last on the log. Yeah, so it's reverse order based off of the results on the last event.
Yeah.
So last place on the last event goes first.
Spencer Remick was last on the log.
Yes. So Kyra, thank you for becoming a member, and also to Corey.
538 degrees for Kiliashkovsky.
Okay, so that's...
So far it's first. He's ahead of Spencer.
Okay.
Spencer did 470 degrees.
Okay. Who else is in that group?
Mitch Hooper.
And Ivers.
And Hixie.
Okay, interesting.
And Matt Ragg.
Oh, yes. Matt Ragg will be an interesting one on this one. Yeah. Neonitrus, thank you for the super chat. Thanks for covering. Greetings from Belgium. Thank you so much for joining us. Never been to Belgium, Lozzie.
Have you not?
No, I haven't. Have you?
I have, yes. I did a seminar in Belgium. Do you remember? For Kevin.
Oh, yes, of course you did. Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My little brother, won a table tennis competition in Belgium many years ago.
There you go. Nate, thank you for the super chat. Is it possible that the kettlebell throw could be moved up to start much earlier? I feel like they're getting through the Conans quickly.
I don't think they'll start earlier than stated time.
No,
but it does feel like they're getting through this quicker than I thought they might, which is good.
Good. It gives the athletes a longer rest as well. So yeah, I can't see them moving it forward.
The good thing today is the stones is just it's just 5 pairs, so that won't take too long. So it's good that it's getting through a bit quicker.
What's this one from J Mart? Thank you for the super chat, J Mart. Any chance you can land Big Z to add technical commentary in some form or fashion? Add it to what?
Zadrunas is out at World's Strongest Man, doing stuff for SBD.
Yeah, he works with his sponsor out there, doesn't he? But add him to our stream or what?
No, there's no chance that's happening.
No.
Like, I'd love to do a chat with Zadrunas.
I just didn't fully understand the question.
It's just way too annoying to do, and it would annoy him as well. Like, he wants to be able to focus on what he's doing. I'm sure he's trying to do a good job for SBD. I don't know what role he's doing there, but
it goes out as an icon. I don't know.
He is indeed.
He hangs around. He's very happy. I don't think he has to do much.
There's a few of these kind of.
Yeah, I was going to say rainbow spotting and everything.
Does anyone else find those creepy? No. I love Zadrunas. Absolutely love him. But those videos. Oh, look, a rainbow.
Yeah. What overhead press is hardest, Lozzie? Back or front? From Ahmed. Thank you for the super chat.
What was that?
What overhead press is hardest? The back or front?
Pressing like last year from behind the back is easier. You can generate more leg power, but you still need to practice it and learn technique. But you won't. You should be able to do more from a behind the neck press than you can from the front.
Yeah.
Ivers beat Mateusz by the looks of things.
Okay, yeah, he's past Mateusz. He's still going though by the looks of it. Do you know why Chloe Brennan wasn't at the Arnold's this year? We're stoked to see her compete. Chloe, she didn't win her class in the Arnold's, did she? In 2021, no. So the person who won her class.
There was an amazing huge poster of Chloe as we walked in.
Yeah, there was.
That was such an iconic moment when she lifted the Dinny Stone replicas.
It was an invitational, and all of the people that were invited, perhaps with the exception of Tamara.
No, there's no way Chloe would have been invited to the pro show. She's a lightweight.
Yeah, but
there's I know that. But there was she's never competed in the pro. Like, she would have been competing in her weight class.
Yeah.
But I don't know that, it's expensive to get to the States. Athletes have to pick and choose. I think Chloe wants to focus on OSG. I don't know the
of course, because they still did do the other women's weight classes, didn't they? Yeah, no, I do know that. Then she was taking some time off competing.
There we go.
Sorry, I thought the question was more like, why wasn't she invited to do it?
No, there was. Sorry. I love Chloe, but Chloe would get her ass hammered against the heavyweights. She knows that herself.
Yeah, she does. Yeah,
that's not me being mean or anything like that. The heavyweight women are beasts in the nicest possible way. I mean, I coach one of them. Oh, well, I coach a few that are awesome, but obviously coach Andrea, and she is an absolute beast when it comes to static strength.
Yeah, she is. Ivor's war cry. Yeah.
Ivor's 575 degrees.
Is that winning the group so far?
Yes.
Cool.
Hixie is up next.
Lots. What counts as a reasonable effort in the new rule this year? Obviously intended to stop the group leader from only doing one or two kegs.
I would just make it look hard.
Yeah.
Just look like you're trying.
Yeah. Someone they were discussing it on Reddit, and they said,
"What a stupid rule."
This was before the deadlift, and then someone said, "Oh, Rauna's going to be disqualified for making the deadlift look too easy."
I think it's a very hard thing to regulate properly.
Yeah, because it's so subjective.
Like, I think if you go there, like with the old stone setup, and you went there and obviously just did one stone and walked away, then that would be,
they'd call you up on it. Yeah,
I think on the throw, if you just take your time, focus on one throw at a time, no one's going to say anything.
No. Medillion, thank you for the super chat. Just got here. What happened with Tom? Big drop. Tom Evans or Stoltman?
Yeah, Tom Stoltman's distance wasn't bad. It was just the lowest in his group. Would have been quite high in some of the other groups.
Yeah, it's just a tough group.
Tom Evans just had a bit of a, I don't know if
mishap,
it was a mistake or something just went wrong, but not what he wanted.
Yeah.
Hixie is
Jared,
off.
thank you for becoming a member. And then, I'm not going to try and read that one, but thank you so much for your super chat. I can officially confirm that Mateusz shortcomings are connected to toffee donut shortings in Poland. Wish him all the best in future competitions. Greetings from Krakow. That's cool. Thank you.
Yes, we get the toffee donuts back and
we
sent
need to get him. Sponsor. Josh, thank you for the super chat. Any chance you both will be at the Shore Classic? Highly unlikely.
Yeah, I mean, we never know. It'd be great to go to the Shore Classic. Right now, it's not on our agenda. We've got a lot coming up that time of year, and it's not on our schedule. Let's go, Hixie.
Osmetler, thank you for the super chat. Did anyone watch Big C's commentary on the log lifting?
425 degrees for Hixie. I think that's last in his group.
Oh, is it? That's not good.
No. Okay, 425 degrees for Hixie.
So Matt Ragg and Mitch Hooper to go. Whew. Did you watch Big C's commentary on log lifting? It was majestic. Big C needs to do more. Oh no, but now I want to listen to it. Where can we find this? Please let us know. Yeah.
I love having a chat with Zydrunas is always fun.
Yeah, he's a cool, calm guy to have a chat with.
He's got a real dry sense of humor as well.
He has. He's very funny.
We've had some good times with Zydrunas.
Anthony, thank you for the super chat. Pick to bring back just one obscure, crazy, old school event to a modern comp as a surprise wild card. Which would be you'd be the most interested to see, Liz and Lars?
I know what Liz would choose.
Go on.
The gravel shoveling.
Maybe, or murder ball.
I wouldn't mind seeing car rolling back. Car flip is cool.
We know because there was a horrendous injury on that World's Strongest Man in '98.
Do you know what event I would like to see? Don't know how many of you guys have seen it. I know plenty of you will have. Is the original axle that they used at the Arnold's, the one that Zydrunas has the record for.
The Pollins axle.
Yes, I would like to see that in a competition again.
That's at the Stark Centre, isn't it? Didn't we see that piece of equipment?
I don't know if it's the exact.
I think it was. Yeah, I think it was.
I'd love to see that and see if any of the top guys now can beat what Zydrunas did on it.
Yeah, that would be cool to see. Norse Muscle, thank you for the super chat. No questions. Just wanted to say, love you both. Thank you for your help in spreading the sport of strongman, both through training and
so
industries.
much. Thank you.
Oh. What is this? Spaz is Spaz. Thank you for the super chat. On Android app, tap the money symbol on the right of the chat bar. You'll have the option to buy a sticker, super chat, or membership. Love you.
Thank you very much. Spaz is Spaz. What a name. But thank you very much for that. Do you want to see if you can push it over that?
Yeah, sure. Why aren't we at World's Strongest Man? I had to cancel my plans to be here. Would have been gutted not getting to meet you both, especially Auntie Liz. It's just we travel so much. It's really, really difficult to be everywhere. And this is one of the longer format ones because often when we go away somewhere, it's not for long, is it?
No. Yeah, like there's talks to get us to World's Strongest Man. The honest answer is I can't afford to go for nothing right now. When
Yeah,
we
it would
travel
have to
so
be.
much, we have to. When we travel, we need to kind of make sure my mum has money to look after the kids and stuff like that. And as much as we love what we do, we're not multimillionaires or anything. So if we get to the point where money's not an object, and we'd go to everything, wouldn't we?
Oh yeah.
But with the amount of travel
Whether
that we
people
already
wanted to
do,
say or not.
making sure that we still have time to spend with the kids. Tomorrow we're gonna have to make sure the kids get plenty of attention.
Yes.
It's just difficult. And if we end up going to World's Strongest Man, it would have been, if it was for nothing, it would have been, quite. This is our busiest week on YouTube as it is throughout the year. So it's a lot to give up if you go in there for nothing, basically.
Shantz, thank you for becoming a member. Rag, sorry, had a rough pickup, but now he's looking okay.
He's moving.
Oz Metzler, SBD World Loglift Championships 2023. Thank you. Let me just take a picture of this. There you go. So
Matt has gone into the lead.
Oh my goodness, Matt Ragg is not here to mess about.
Matt Ragg is a beast.
He's a good stone lifter
He's
as
a great stone lifter.
Oh, so is it going to be a Matt Ragg and Ivers stone off? Because that will
Mitch needs to make sure after this he's won the group.
Yeah. I wasn't thinking of Mitch in the stone off. He won.
No, I think it'll be Ivers against Matt Ragg, and it should be a battle.
It will be a battle, a bloody battle.
Bloodbath. We'll wait for his distance, but from what we can tell, Matt Ragg is in the lead.
There we go. Great for Matt. Went out. I'm not saying that. Yeah, my internet router went out after the six fingers finger.
Very good.
Thank you so much. Yeah, money is a huge factor for most of us.
It's not cheap.
It would cost thousands to come from here.
And World's Strongest Man don't have a budget to pay for me to come out. Obviously, when I go to the Arnold's or the Rogue Invitational, I'm paid to go there, do the commentating. They provide my expenses, etc. So hopefully, if we get to that with World's Strongest Man, we get to go there. But we are supporting from a distance.
Yes. Shantz, thank you for the super chat. Wish you both would be there this weekend. My wife and I fly out tonight.
We hope you have an amazing time.
You will have an amazing time. And the guys are so friendly. And obviously, there's going to be strongmen hanging about who didn't make the final, who I'm sure are going to be more than happy to meet people because they genuinely are.
628 degrees for Matt.
Ooh, that's quite a bit further than was Ivers 575 was here. There we go.
But it shows a difference in distances when you compare group number 1 and
what was Tom's distance?
Well, Tom did 598 and got him last place.
Yeah.
There was 1, 2, 3 athletes in group 1 that went over 600 and 1 that went over 700. No, 2 that went over 700, sorry. So
that
was
that was really tough. Yeah.
And then you had Novikov in group 2 who went over 8, almost went 900 degrees.
He went mad. He went mad.
Novikov that's the tough thing when you don't go last, though.
Yeah, you don't know what you need to do to secure the points.
If he went last, maybe he would have just done enough. But
Mitch is up last, so he'll know exactly what he needs to do. But true is that everyone donate to Loz's mum. Thank you for the super chat. Yeah, she looks after the kids.
She looks after us, and we look after her as well. So.
Yeah. Don't worry, we're not taking advantage of some poor woman. Well, she might disagree this week.
Mitch is coming out for the Conan Circle.
No, yes, we're absolutely going to do that video, and that will go up on Friday. So we'll compare all the events and the overall. What would the top 10 be if there were no groups? You have to take it with a pinch of salt, though. It is for fun because obviously there's no gamemanship.
By this point as well, you might find after this event, Mitch holds back on the next event.
Yeah, so he would start dropping down. Yeah,
Novikov might hold back on the next event. So it's not perfect, but it's interesting and fun to look at.
Yeah, definitely. Super hooper. Matty, thank you for the super chat. Tom, Brian, Thor, stone off versus each other. Who wins?
that's a hell of a stone off.
We don't know because we've never seen these guys pushed for max reps on a stone like that. So it's hard to say.
It's funny as well because neither of them have really gone against each other in their prime.
No, because
Like,
their primes are at different times.
Yeah, I mean, I know
Slightly anyway.
Yeah, it would be. I'd love to see that as a decider. That would be cool.
Yeah. It would be whoever is the fittest because they're all. Do you think fitness would be the biggest factor there?
Yeah.
Whoever gasses first.
It looks like Mitch Hooper has won the Conans.
Really? Why?
Well, now he can completely relax.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
Although I don't think anyone's ever won.
They haven't.
In a group before.
Yanni Vertinen in 2002 was it?
Yeah. He had to do 6 events and he won 5.
Yeah.
And was, I think, 4th in one event.
Yeah, but other than that, no one's ever won. So maybe he wants to be the first guy to do that. The first and only so far. The operator, thank you for the super chat. Rag knows he can't pass Mitch in points. He passed the rest of the group. No point in pushing it. Wow. What are the standings?
Oh, I'll get them in
Loz
a
is messaging his client. Hooper quickly starting. Mitch pushed ahead. Yeah.
So Mitch Hooper taking the win on that one.
We've got some moose droppings in the chat.
So Mitch Hooper, 24 points out of possible 24 points. Matt Ragg, 18.5 points.
Wow.
Ivor Schmaukstillers, 14.5
Wow,
points.
that's a big difference.
Hicksey's on 10.5. Spencer on 8.5. And Kilishkovsky is on 8.
So it feels like that's quite set now in that group because it's not that close anywhere, is it?
Yeah, I can't see Ivors catching up with Matt.
No.
And I can't see Hicksey catching up with Ivors.
No, and no one can catch Mitch.
No.
Matt Ragg would have to have a complete disaster on the throw to slip out of second place now. And they're both absolute beasts on the Atlas Stone. So
it's going to be a battle.
It's going to be a big
Matt
battle.
Ragg has been a huge revelation.
Yeah.
What an athlete.
Yeah, he's brilliant.
Good to see new guys coming through and
Very
doing well.
exciting. And he'll be at a Giants Live at some point this year as well.
That'll be fun to watch.
Very exciting. Right, what have we got? Chris, thank you for the super chat. For the group stages, what are your thoughts on bonus points for highest overall score in an event? It could add some drama. You guys are the MVPs. I've read so many threads about like different scenarios and different scoring systems and what they could try. And I think like there's always nothing's perfect, is it?
No.
I've never seen one and thought, yeah, that's definitely the way that they should do it. There's always drawbacks. Like I hate the last event rule.
Yeah.
Because I've always preferred countback personally. I think countback is just all round better because then you can manipulate it with the last event rule by just making sure a last event is a certain event.
You could beat someone on every 5 events. And they beat you on one event, but you do badly on that event.
Yeah.
And that one event has cost you the whole competition.
It's basically Rauno at the World's Strongest Master.
But I guess bonuses for winning events would kind of counteract that. There's so many ways of doing it. It's a fun discussion, and everyone's got different ideas. And
it would be interesting to use different, score different World's Strongest Master finals.
We've looked at different finals and used kind of like whether it was countback or whether it was last man event. And it would have changed a lot of things.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it is interesting.
Stuart Man, is that Stuart Man? Yes. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you for keeping us entertained and informed. Great work as always. I'm rooting for Gav and Rauno to make it to the finals. My fingers are crossed. His fingers are crossed. They've both got a chance. They've both got a good chance. So
yeah,
we will see.
Rauno's in the next group.
Oh goodness, how will we all cope? So
how will you cope?
I'm putting the stress on everyone else as well.
Matt Ragg versus Ivor. That is going to be a stone off.
Yeah.
That will be a.
But let's not forget, we've still got the kettlebell throw before then.
We have.
It does look quite
fixed,
sort of, in that group now, though. Mm-hmm.
So interviews are being done, and then we will move on to group number 4.
Yeah. Hold.
So what's that one about Mateus? That one, yeah.
Can Can we say?
I think he's out.
Yeah.
I think
so
he
too.
is completely out. I don't think he has a mathematical chance of. So what is he? He's on 8 points. Yeah, he can't get into the top 3.
No, he can't. No, because even if he won the next event and everyone
he
else
would still
zeroed,
he would still be half
he
a point
wouldn't be.
behind
Yeah.
Ivers.
Yeah, so he is actually out now. Oh man, that's
Only,
sad, isn't it?
Like Hicksy has an outside chance, but I can't see it with the throw.
Not with the throw
event,
being the next
especially
event.
giving away 4 points.
Yeah.
There's only a potential 6. That would mean he'd have to win and hope that everyone got between him and Ivers.
Yeah.
Which I just can't see.
I just can't see it going that way. It's just too many.
So I think that group is pretty much set as it is.
Mm.
I mean, that doesn't mean they don't try, but Mitch Hooper cannot be caught, so he has won the group already, even if he does it or doesn't.
What was Mitch's distance?
It was 636 degrees. So he just made sure he went ahead of Matt Ragg by the looks of things.
Not the best Conan's group, that one, compared to some of the others. Yeah.
Yeah.
Loz, the pic showed up on your Insta. Go Team Loz from Fred. Oh. You need to check your Insta.
So you sent it to me.
Because I've apparently blocked him. I haven't. It's a joke. Have you got something? Nope. Hooper won his group on the Conans. 4 out of 4 wins. Yeah.
Frederick.
Oh, he's found you.
Here we go. I'm going to give Fred a follow so that this is easier. There we go. Fred.
There you go. Look, you got a follow from Loz.
Yes, Fred. The champ is here.
Oh, no.
I don't know if I can show people that. There's Fred at the top of the podium. There we go. And I made sure
I have a feeling his Photoshop skills are better than his strongman skills. No offense, Fred. Liz hating on Fred now. How did Brian do? Brian's group is up next.
Yeah, group 4 is next. Shall I quickly go through the standings in group 4?
Yeah. Leading up to this. Would you like some water? Because I'm going to quickly grab this.
So group number 4. Currently, Brian Shaw is in the lead with 15.5 points. Rauno Hainler is in second place with 14.5. Jaco Schoenwinkel is next with 14 points. Adam Bishop on 8. Kevin Fairs on 5.5. Gabriel Rayam on 5.5. Adam and Kevin really need a big performance on this one to have any hope of causing the top 3 problems. Jaco been unbelievable. Rauno has been exceptional. And Brian Shaw is looking like a contender for the title once again. So exciting times. And then we've got group number 5 will be the last group to go. Trey Mitchell currently in the lead. Evan Singleton in second place. Those two well ahead of everyone else. Athor in third place. Felix in 4th. Paul Smith in 5th. And Coco is in 6th place in group number 5. So they will be doing TV links once again for the next group, and then we will kick off group number 4. Auntie, oh, are you okay?
Yeah, I've got a bit of a headache.
Okay. Auntie Liz is struggling. All right, what have we got here? Is Rauno good at these last 2 events? He is good at the Conan Circle, and he's not bad at throwing. So
he can stay in second place. He's got a very, very good chance.
I think if he can, as Liz said, if you didn't hear that, if he can stay in second place, he's got a chance because he's decent at stones as well. And he will try his damnedest to get to that final.
His track record on stones are better than Jaco Schoonwinkel's.
Fred is way better than these guys. He just doesn't compete because he's a nice guy. There we go. This is true. Yeah, Mitch is just dominating this group. I think I just messaged Mitch just to point out to him that no one has ever won every single event in the groups before. And the reason I say that is because throwing is not a dangerous event particularly. It's not an event that takes too much out of you. If you were planning training for someone, you can get them throwing multiple times a week and it not take too much out of you. So I wouldn't mind seeing him try and win 5 in a row. That would be pretty awesome. And I think he could.
Yeah, I'm glad this last event. Oh, sorry, I'll come here and talk. I'm glad this last event isn't a dangerous one, because sometimes guys resort to quite desperate measures, but the probability of hurting yourself badly on
it's
kettlebell
a very
is much
low
lower than
compared to some of the other events.
The weights they're handling are so light for them, so
like
it's hard to throw it that high.
It doesn't tax your central nervous system like getting under a squat for reps or something like that.
Yeah, you don't want to see squat for reps as the last event at Worlds.
Yeah, Group 2 is tight, super tight for the stone off. Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Oh, and it could be tighter still after the next event, the kettlebell throw. Liz is out to offend everyone. LOL. This is a joke. I'm coming for all of you, one at a time.
Fred says you can give him crap. He gives you enough.
He does. It's only ever in retaliation.
I know. It's all friendly banter. If Gav and Rauno make the final, I can die happy. I think we'd all be happy to see them in the final. If Gav made the final, people go mental. If Rauno makes the final, people go mental.
Yeah.
They're like becoming stars of the sport without sort of dominating or anything.
Yeah.
And people always love seeing them.
Yeah.
They're getting big cheers from what I can hear.
Yeah.
Gav's
cheers at a Giants live show, like they blow the roof off. He gets.
You can't help but like Gav.
Yeah, he's very likable.
Just a nice dude.
He's great to film as well with his majestic moustache.
So I will quickly go through the results for people, because a few people are asking what's been going on.
Oh, let's just quickly answer this. Thank you, Glenn, for the super chat. Yeah, so the only advantage that second place gets is that they only have to return the stone. So third place...
It's a big advantage when you're talking about getting up to the 200-kilo stone.
It is, but if you're a poor stone lifter in third place, in second place, it's not much of an advantage if you're against a good guy. So, yeah, third place lifts it, second returns it. Then they go to the next one. Third place lifts it, second place returns it. It's whoever
so essentially,
first.
The person in second place only has to match the person in third place.
Yeah.
The person in third place has to lift an extra rep than the person in second place.
To beat them, yeah.
That is the advantage of placing higher in the groups. And against a level stone lifter, it's an advantage. Against someone who's exceptional, it's not a huge advantage.
Can the competitors choose which direction to walk? Almost definitely not. I've never seen a Conan's like where people are going off in different directions. Have you?
Who? What was the question?
Can the competitors choose which direction to walk in the Conans?
No, they have to go like a set way.
Yeah, it's usually clockwise, isn't it?
Anyway, group number 1. Pavlo Kordiaka is in the lead with just the kettlebell toss to go, but it's only a slim lead. He's a point ahead of Bobby Thompson, who is on 18 points, and then Tom Stoltman is in third place on 16.5. Then there's a 4-point drop to Konstantin Janasha, who's on 12.5. Pyro Dwyer is on 10, and Eddie Williams is on 8. Group number 2, Alexei Novikov is on 22.5 points. Luke Stoltman is on 16. Thomas Evans is on 15. Gav Bilton is on 14. That is going to be an exciting finish in group number 2. Christian Haraldson is in 5th on 11.5, and Fadil Masri is on 5.5. Mitch Hooper is leading group number 3. He has dominated, won every single event, 24 points out of 24 points. Matt Ragg, unbelievable performance from him, 18.5 points. Ivor Schmackstillus, 14.5 points. Graham Hicks, 10.5 points. Spencer Remick is on 8.5, and Kidishkovsky is on 8. And then we will be starting group number 4 shortly, which currently, after 3 events, is Brian Shaw, 15.5, Rauno, 14.5, Yako, 14, Adam Bishop on 8, Kevin on 5.5, and Gabriel Ram on 5.5.
There you go.
Group number 5. Trey Mitchell, Evan Singleton dominating the group. Athor is in 3rd. Mark Felix, Paul Smith, and Coco, but they will come later.
Nicola, thank you for the super chat. She's driving around for work, so listening podcast style. She can't read the spreadsheet. Thanks again for all you do. Well done.
Thank you. I'll try and keep updating things for people that are just listening so that you guys do know the scores.
Yeah, Mitch won the Conan's. He's won 4 out of 4 events so far. Just one more event to go. Oh, before the stone off. Kendall, thank you for the super chat. I know you guys hear it a lot, but I wanted to thank you for all the work you both put in. We don't get bored of it. It's fine. Tons of love from me and all the Strongman fans in Montana. Oh, that's cool.
Thank you so much, Kendall.
That's somewhere I haven't been.
Right, I'm going to use this opportunity. We are at 133,931 subscribers. Can we get to 134?
We need 69.
69.
We need 69.
Auntie Liz and Uncle Oz need a 69.
Disgusting.
69 subscribers. If you aren't subscribed already, guys, please consider subscribing
Please be one of the
like
69.
the video.
There you go.
Hopefully it'll change from 69 and push us beyond the 134,000.
Uncle Eggnog, thank you for the super chat. Come on, Rano, use that big belly, make the finals.
Yeah, don't suck it in anymore. Just let it out.
Just let it out, Rano. Let it all out. Leave it all out on the field. No, he's feeling good. We've spoken to him this morning.
Yeah.
He's okay. Yeah, lots of nice comments. Nasty.
69, yeah. Shall I check if it's changed?
Yeah, go on then.
Yay, it's changed. We need 33 now.
Oh, wow, that changed quickly.
Done.
Thank you.
Yeah, we're at 133,967.
There we go.
Come on, guys, let's push it over that 134,000.
Someone's saying get a room. Loves needs a room to himself.
I am not that flexible.
Now you definitely need to just be put in a room. Oh dear. I can't cope.
Thank you, everyone. Seriously, it means so much. I hope you don't get bored of us saying it, but we genuinely appreciate every single one of you that supports this channel.
If Pavlo and Bobby tie for first after the kettlebell, is there still a stone off? Yes, there is. And what will happen is the last event rule will come into play. So whoever won the kettlebell or whoever beat each other on the kettlebell would progress to the final, and whoever came second to that guy or was behind him would be.
Well, the only way they can tie is if there is no one between them and Bobby beats Pavlo.
Okay.
If that is the case, they'll be on the same points, and Bobby will place above Pavlo. It'll still depend on what Tom does, but if they were both to beat Tom, and Bobby ends up beating Pavlo on the throw, but they're on the same points, Bobby goes through as winner of the group, and Pavlo will have to do the stone off.
Yeah,
that's the way it works. It's very frustrating in terms of being an athlete. I've been in that situation where I've lost out on even getting to do a stone off because there was me and two other athletes split by half a point.
And it was based on the last event rule, wasn't it?
Yeah, so I was tied on points with Belsac.
Yeah,
but Belsac went on to do the stones and I didn't. And I find it frustrating from an athlete's point of view. I do not like last rule, but if it works in my favor today for Bobby, then we'll take it. But it's not, I don't think it's a good rule personally.
No, we don't like it.
I'm going to quickly use the link.
Yeah, Lozzie, quickly answer this for me first from Uncle Eggnog. Again, thank you for the super chat. Do you guys think the Bloat Lord would be good at Arnold's?
No.
The Bloat Lord is very good at very specific events. He's like Liam Neeson in what's that film where his daughter gets kidnapped? Taken. Yeah, he's got a very specific set of skills, but we don't think it probably translates to a full Arnold's. Would love to see it though, purely out of fascination, if nothing else. What have we got? Shade89, thank you for the super chat. I'm here live and listening to you guys at the same time. Had to listen to the Liz and Loz reactions. Couldn't resist. Love you guys. It's like having friends in your ear, hopefully. Lots of Rauno fans. The Balsac bounce is my favorite thing ever. Yeah, I'm trying to remember what show that was. It was a Giants Live somewhere in Europe, and that was something else. And no one could tell him anything because it wasn't in the rules that he couldn't do that. I'm sure it would be now, but I'm sure the organizers were like, what the hell? But it was really funny to watch. The 2017 last one standing was far better. Yeah, I think that was when everyone did the stones, and whoever, so when someone failed, the next guy would jump in based off of where you were in the group. And then, as you say, last man standing was there. I'd probably prefer that to the current format because at least everyone still has a chance. So for those guys, like in Loz's case, where it was a half a point split in 3 people, it's fairer. Hey. Charles is back. What will happen if it rains tomorrow? We do not know. They usually just wait out the rain or just try and move things around timing wise. But with 3 events in one day, that's going to be very difficult to do. But we will see. We will see what they say. T Mac, thank you for the super chat. If you're Mitch, are you just doing 1 or 2 tosses as just 1 point clinches first?
The smart thing, well, I've kind of mentioned to him that no one's ever won every event in the group before,
Yeah.
which may make him want to try. He's going to get to go last regardless.
Yeah.
So he can see what it's like. I think he'll focus on trying to go quick for the first few. I think if he makes a mistake, he'll just ease up. If it's going well, I think he'll try and win. Kettlebell toss, keg toss, sandbag toss. It's not that much of a draining event.
No.
So if it was
it's
like if it was a squat for reps, I'd be saying do 1 rep.
Oh, Bish is out.
Okay.
Ready to go.
But if it's an event like this that doesn't take it too much out of you, you can kind of try. Apparently Trey dropped a comment.
Trey Mitchell.
Yeah.
What's he doing on here? Hey Trey, if you're listening.
Good luck, buddy. You're
Yes.
smashing it.
We love Trey.
Go up a little bit, you might see.
Okay, let me just double check.
Bish is coming out, but
Thank you for becoming a member, Ben. And let's see, where is he? What's his handle name?
I don't know. Did anyone else see Trey?
It could be a fake Trey.
A fake Trey.
It's all masquerading as Trey. All right, I've gone quite far and not seen it. So
No, go up. I saw
Oh.
someone mention Trey there. Go up.
Oh, I've just seen a chat that we missed.
Big Trey in the chat.
Oh, okay, hold on. Might be a Trey that they know personally.
Anyway.
Trey
Bish is
Big
off.
Thicket Mitchell. Is that him though?
Big Thicket Mitchell.
Get them 1, 2, 1, 3, 4.
Yeah, I think so.
What does get them 1, 3, 4 mean?
I don't know.
There you go.
But we hope Trey is doing well.
Right, we accidentally missed this. So it was worth scrolling up. Loz, is it hard to breathe while doing the Conan's wheel? Thank you for the
Yes.
super chat. Yes.
Yes.
How hard?
Very. It's
Yeah.
horrible. You kind of like just have to take short, shallow breaths. So if you don't like sounds, I apologize, but it's like that's kind of what you're trying to do. And it's disgusting because you can
Yeah.
feel your lungs tightening up and you can feel like that oxygen is just leaving your body.
Yeah.
And the lactic acid is building around the legs and the hamstrings and the glutes. And it's just horrible. Anyway, Bish has gone 292.
Oh, he
Bish
sort of
is
fell
normally
into
very,
it.
very good.
292 is bad for Bish.
Yeah.
He was good at this at Europe's, wasn't
Good
he?
at Europe's. He's been good at Britain's before.
Yeah, he's been very good. Like top 2
That's
usually.
not what Bishop wanted. So
Mm.
Bish Bash Bosh will be disappointed with his Conans.
Yeah. What position is Bish in the group? He's in
I think he's 4th.
4th. And there was already a big gap points
Yeah, he
wise.
was
So he
4th.
really needed.
And he was 6 points behind Yako.
Yeah, that's bad. Oh, people saying they think he might have tripped.
He's
Oh,
tripped a few.
no.
He's tripped on a shield carry before.
He's a little bit clumsy. Oh, 134,000 subs.
Thank
there you go.
Yes,
Thank you.
Yes. Thank you, Trey. And if you don't subscribe to Trey, go and check him out. Make sure. it's free.
Assuming that's true. Check his real Trey.
I don't know that
first.
Trey does an awful lot on YouTube.
No, I don't think he does, which is why I ask.
But good to see you on here.
If you are. GP, thank you for the super chat. Do you think Canada and Ukraine should be included in World's Strongest Nation 100%, considering there's a Canadian wonder kid and so many power flows? Yes, I would love to see maybe
So many Pavla.
maybe North America versus Europe.
That'd
And
be cool.
change it completely in that way, and then even the rest of the world if they wanted to add more
Yeah.
teams, and then we can basically
I
pick and
really
choose who we
like that
want.
competition. I think it's a
I
fun
enjoyed
one.
it, but I don't want it to stay as UK versus USA.
No.
Certainly not forever. No.
Or keep that, but have like other ones as well. Like maybe
Yeah,
have 4
but-
teams or
Yeah, whatever. I'd take anything, but yeah, I do hope that they grow it.
it was very popular when we were there. Like everyone loved watching it.
It was a really fun evening. Joel, where's your comment, Joel? Oh, there you are. Thank you so much for the super chat. I always feel a bit split watching Worlds as I feel it's the biggest, most exciting event of the year, but other events are better for the strongman sport long term. Anyone else feel the same? Other events are much better for fans in terms of
In terms of the
being able to
sport,
get the content.
like World's Strongest Man, without question, produces the biggest reach
Yeah.
in terms of people watching. It's still the primary show to win in terms of exposure. Like if you win World's Strongest Man from an athlete's point of view, there's a much better chance of getting big sponsors. There's much better chance of building a brand. So if you being well known, World's Strongest Man is better.
Yeah.
There are other great competitions happening now, though, that are helping build the sport as well. And I think the fact that athletes have so many opportunities now is really good, because at one point there was just World's Strongest Man. Now athletes have multiple chances to be on a big stage, win prize money, and we as fans get to like watch them throughout the year, which is cool.
Bishop pointed. That's
very, very good.
Yeah, that is good. Fred is gifting memberships. Thank you, Fred. It's very
Fred.
Generous of you.
I thought Bish had a chance this year at getting to the final.
Yeah,
but
definitely.
You just never know. You just never know. World's Strongest Man is tough. So many good guys. If you're slightly off your game, it's all about getting it right.
Gabriel Williams coming out.
He is indeed.
Oh my goodness.
He's actually going. He's already around once.
Oh, there you go. Good morning from PA. Good morning, Ricky. Thank you for joining us and for the super chat. Did Tom Evans fall? Yeah, it looks like he stumbled with it and lost his grip or his balance or something. As far as we know, no one's hurt, but
okay, it looks like Gabriel did about 1.25. So
okay, so not a huge distance. But yes, he does have a twin brother and he does compete.
Yes,
Gabriel
they both compete.
Yeah. Yeah, which is fun. I think they've both done Canada's Strongest Man together.
Both trained with JF.
Yeah, there you go. Stefan, is it? Stefan, thank you for the super chat. I'm here in Myrtle Beach with my Team Loz shirt on. I've already met so many of your fans today. Ah, that's nice.
That's really cool. Just to give, sorry, I'm looking down there, but Gabriel Rayam, 476 degrees.
Okay.
So beat Bish, but
yeah.
We've seen much bigger distances in other groups.
Although the groups are so inconsistent, like some groups are up there, some are there. So
I'm looking forward to those comparisons later.
Yeah, definitely. Random Restorations, thank you for the super chat. YouTuber Strongman Culture has posted videos of some of the events. Had a lot more yesterday and deleted them, but has some up. Yeah, videos will be taken down quickly, so people have to be very careful because you can lose your channel for that sort of thing. Well, not yours, theirs, but I guess some people just make a temporary channel for it to share the love.
Yeah.
But we can't be seen to be promoting
that. We can't do that. This is,
no. People know that we can't, but thank you for letting other people know.
So 476. Oh, look, Monica's in there updating everyone as well.
Bless her. Why did Iron Bibby pull out? We believe it was a bicep issue, but we're not 100%. Nothing's been confirmed, has it?
No,
I don't think it has officially. Bishop will be disappointed.
Is there a world's clumsiest man trophy? There should be.
They would all
I would
win,
challenge
to be
that.
fair. Yeah,
all of us would. Yeah, strongmen are pretty clumsy.
Yeah. Hey Liz, my friend wanted to tell you that she loves your hair. Thank you. I'm trying to get into to learn about strongman, but she's not too interested. J. Jude. Bibby said his bicep was torn, apparently.
Okay. Kevin Ferris is up next.
Oh, Fred with the T there. Just got a text. Bish was beating the rails behind the tent. They get frustrated.
Yeah. I've been known to be frustrated before.
Yeah.
These
you saw it earlier.
Athletes that have devoted their lives to this, and it is very frustrating when things don't go to plan. And Bish is good at Conan's.
Yeah, he is.
This is not a typical performance from Adam Bishop.
He would have looked at this and thought, right, I can win the deadlift. I can do really well on loading and really well on Conan's and throwing.
Yeah.
Loading didn't do well. He came behind Rauno and Brian on the deadlift, and now he's had a disaster here as well by the looks of it. So
Eddie Hall said it was a bicep injury during warm-ups. I wanted details. We don't have details, is the honest answer.
No.
As far as we know, it's a bicep issue. We're not sure on how severe it is. I haven't seen or heard anything that he's had.
Apparently his left arm's taped up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hopefully just a muscle fiber tear and something that he can recover from pretty quickly.
Yeah, they do block it because they sell all of the exclusive rights to CBS, which is why it gets blocked.
And Channel 5 and all these other
of course,
TV channels all over the world.
Yeah. Oh, Shade89, do you want me to FaceTime you so you can watch Rauno's attempt? No, that's very kind, but I'd rather not watch. Actually, when Loz, he did Wuss in 2018, and it was a completely stacked lineup. It had everyone like Brian Thor, Martins, Mateusz, and it looked like a really tough competition, and it was being live streamed for free. I couldn't watch it. I had to just check the Reddit mega thread every so often because I couldn't watch, because if something goes wrong and you see it in the moment, we almost feel like you're going to jinx it by watching. I know, it's weird. I'm
You're
superstitious.
weirdo,
I am weird, yeah. Yeah, the yoke especially, because it was a heavy yoke, wasn't it? And I was really worried about that.
Kevin's still going.
It sounds
Potentially
promising.
could be a good event for Kevin.
You would expect it to be, but Kevin doesn't seem to be, the Kevin that we know. Especially, I guess the loading is awkward for someone his size, maybe. I don't know. Florian, thank you for the super chat. What happened with Tom in Group 1 on the Conan circle? It sounds like he was really struggling.
It wasn't necessarily that his distance was bad either.
No, it would have served him very well in other groups. It's just he had a group of guys that happened to be better at it. So it seems like he's been unlucky.
I haven't got Kevin's distance yet, but Tom's distance would have beaten everyone in this group so far.
Yeah. Rather than last in his group. But yeah, Pavlo is very good at that event. Bobby put in a solid distance.
Rauno's up next.
Oh, God. Now, Rauno has had great results on the Conans, first or second, but we will see. Goodness. What does he have to beat to get decent points?
I'm waiting for Kevin's results.
We don't know Kevin's yet. Is he the fourth guy in the group with Yako and Brian to go? Marv, thank you for the super chat. I'm a trucker in America, and I was wondering if you know of any good resistant band systems. The one I have maxes out only £300. Feels more like $275. Thanks for all you do.
Any good resistant band systems? It's not something I really can. I mean, I use resistant bands as part of training. I currently use the Cerberus ones just because they sponsor me. But in terms of a resistant band system,
the one I have maxes out at only £300.
I tend to use weights.
What is a resistance band system?
Hold on. Not something I'm used to.
No.
So Kevin did 636 degrees, which is good.
That is good. That's very good.
And there's a picture of Rauno for you.
Here you go. Resistance band system. So these sort of pulley things.
Well, I know resistance bands, yeah.
Yeah, but look, they go into this.
Like an old-fashioned kind of. Okay,
yeah. So that's not something you ever use.
That's not something I would focus on some weights.
Oh, there you
personally.
go. There you go.
I don't think you can beat a good old barbell and dumbbells. If that's the only things you can get, I think you can go a long way. Bands are good. I like using bands for explosive training and speed work and things like that. But you're not going to beat lifting some weights.
Oh, sounds like someone in the know. Jane, thank you for the super chat. Tom Evans Conan's started okay, but weight got away from him. He tripped forward or tipped forward, maybe swinging Cajun issue, and it will imbalance.
That's something that is an issue when the weight is on there, and if it starts moving, that kind of rocks you and can make you lose your balance. So being able to go quite steadily is important.
Is Rauno up yet?
Yeah.
Oh goodness. Oh, come on, Rauno. He knows what he needs to do. He's to try and win it. He doesn't want to do a stone off.
He's at the bar.
Yeah, see, Chloe Bingham saying she knows how it feels. She was shaking so much. But her boyfriend won King of the Deadlift it, tattooed and strong.
Yep.
Yeah. It's hard. And if they're your partner, your friend, your son, we know all family and friends, you're a client, if you're their coach, we all suffer watching someone when we're invested in that person and their performance.
Yeah.
Lozzie, please don't be texting someone else. We need to get on to where the results
The results are coming through.
Okay.
They come through on my phone.
All right, then. Now's not the time.
He's around once and moving.
Okay. Still moving. That's good.
Come on, Rauno.
Come on, Rauno. Come on, everyone. Channel your
Let's
energy.
go, Rauno. He's moving,
Moving
steady,
steady
and
and
smooth.
smooth.
Come on.
Come
Keep
on.
going. If he can get top 3, that'd be great. Come on, Rauno.
It would be.
Just
Just
shy of Kevin. I don't know if that's
Kevin.
he's gone down or if he's just shy of Kevin, but I'm guessing he's gone down just shy of Kevin. But Kevin's distance was very good.
Kevin's distance was good.
Mitch Rupert just messaged me.
Saying, don't tease me. Kissy face. All right. It looks like Rauno's gone down just shy of Kevin's distance then.
That's good.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
So he's currently in second place in his group.
Yeah.
With 2 to go.
Yeah. So Jaakko Schoenvinkel. We don't have any results for Jaakko on this.
572 degrees for Rauno.
Okay.
Nice. Decent.
Respectable.
He's ahead of Adam and Gabriel.
Okay.
And Kevin is so far down that that's not going to affect Rauno too much.
No.
Just depends if the next 2 beat.
Yes, because he really wants to try and keep that advantage over.
The big one is trying to stay
Jaakko.
ahead of Jaakko. So
Yes.
Jaakko has been
There's only
unbelievable.
half a point between
We
them.
shall see what he can do.
Yeah, and now Jaakko's got the advantage, getting to go after Rauno.
But he's done a good distance. 500. What was it? 572. I'm just trying to compare it to different groups. It wouldn't have been so good in group number 3.
No. 10 laps, Rauno.
572 would have been second in group number 2.
Mm-hmm.
And 572 would have been last in group number 1. Just shows groups matter.
Differences between the different groups.
Yeah.
Photo John, thank you for the super chat. Nursing a head injury. Any advice on how to keep sane when you can't train for an extended period?
Just try. I would go for walks if you can. Just try and occupy your mind with something different than training. It's very hard to answer because I hate not training. It really affects me mentally. But just understand that sometimes you have to take that little break. Try and find other things that can, take up your time and distract you a little bit from training, and hopefully soon you'll be able to get back to the gym and into your training. But sometimes you just have to accept that we need to back off a little bit just for the long-term benefits. I always find just going for a walk is good for me sometimes. So get some fresh air, get a little bit of blood around the body. I feel better.
Someone's asking, do we know what happened to the guys that have been eliminated? No one's been eliminated yet.
No one's been eliminated. Everyone does the first 5 events. So even if you're in a position where you can't qualify, you still get to do the next event. And then after the 5 events, then it's just the top. Well, the winner of each group goes through to the final automatically. And then second and third in each group will go on to have a stone off to decide who goes through out of them.
Yeah. This will be interesting now because Jaakko, we don't have any information for. Brian, we haven't seen him do this in competition since 2009.
Yeah, which we can't really.
No, that's a long time ago. So we're a little bit clueless as to how this will go.
Over 4,000 people watching and still only 1,500 likes. Come on, people.
Please just give it a quick like if you are here watching,
flutter your eyelashes,
waiting. Flutter yours, Ozzy.
So next up is
they listed some of the athletes as eliminated.
Jaakko.
We don't know why. Who listed athletes as eliminated? Eliminated from the finals, as in they cannot make it. Yeah, there will be some guys who there's still an event to go though, but there will be some people who in their position they cannot get into a stone off even because they have too few points.
But they'll still be competing.
Yes.
Jaakko is once and still moving. Let's see how Jaakko does.
Let's see.
Jaakko's been good.
He's been really good, but he was great at OSG until the stones.
He's gone past Rauno.
Okay.
Past Kevin.
Oh, blimey. This is all.
Wow. Jaakko Schoenvinkel.
He won the loading race as well. Just shy of twice round. Okay.
That's very good. New leader. Jaakko has taken the lead in group number 4.
Brian's got to work now. Because Brian doesn't want to do a stone off either.
No.
I mean, Rauno would much rather be in third place and face Yako, who's in second place, than be in any type of stone off with Brian, you would think.
None of them want to be against Brian.
No. Where is this comment? I'm trying to find it. Mal the Soir. I cannot see it. Maybe try typing it again. Yeah. Eliminated. It's a word. It has a definition. Get over yourself. Not sure what the argument is there. Everyone, please try and be nice to each other. We're all just here because we love Strongman. Strongman Archives. Does it say that?
No.
If Loz
yeah, it does actually. They're saying eliminated from the stone off.
Yeah,
so
because he has no chance of making the stone off.
He can't get to stone off. There's still spaces in the kettlebell toss where he'll do that, but because he has no chance of the stone off, it's saying he's eliminated. Same with Fadi El-Masri, same with Parr and Eddie Williams, and I'm sure after this heat will be the same with Gabriel Ram and Kevin Ferris.
Yeah.
And potentially Bish as well. But they will all still do the kettlebell toss.
Yeah.
Yako did 713 degrees. That's
good. How does that compare to?
So 713 is top of his group, obviously. It would have won in group number 3.
Very good.
It would have been second in group number 2. And it would have been second in group number 1.
What was Alexi's distance? He's the furthest, isn't he?
Alexi went 897 degrees.
Obviously, Alexi didn't have the advantage of going last, like say Mitch did. So he had to go all out. But that is incredible.
Yeah, the only people that have beaten it are
really
Pavlo Kordiaka, Alexei Novikov. That's it. 713 is very good.
Yeah.
Nice. Surprising. Oh, no, I'm wrong. Pyro Dwyer also beat it. Pyro Dwyer did 722.
So he would have been third in group 1, which shows how good group 1 was. Yeah.
Crazy.
What is up with Kilishkovsky? We found you. Why is he so behind? So we've heard that he's got issues with his knees. He's not been able to train his legs. He had a bad start, fumbling on the loading race.
I think the biggest thing for him right now is just he's lacking confidence in himself.
Yeah.
And his body. And it's I can testify because coming back from horrible injuries, you don't feel the same.
No.
And at his age, he has time, but it does get harder and harder the more injuries you kind of rack up. And the more times you've got to kind of pick yourself back off the floor and try and rebuild, it does mentally get harder and harder. But he's still a young man and he has time. He just needs to try and build that confidence a little bit.
Leslie, what do you think will be the heaviest dumbbell lifted in the final?
It's really hard to say because these dumbbells are massive, way bigger than dumbbells that the athletes are going to be used to training on. So whoever can adapt to technique, because a lot of the time people train in a certain way and then you get to a competition and the implement changes and you have to be able to adapt. So I think Novikov is very adaptable in terms of his ability to look at things and figure it out. I also think Mitch is good. I don't think Mitch is anywhere near as good as Kilishkovsky at a dumbbell, but I think the fact that the implements could affect a lot of people will affect him less. He's an adaptable athlete, so I'm hoping that is in his favor. But I think Novikov wins the dumbbell.
Yeah,
I think someone like Brian Shaw could do really well because he's so big.
Yeah,
and that big dumbbell will be a bit more secure.
And also, as the dumbbells get bigger, the handles get thicker as well.
The handles are massive.
They are massive. Really I saw a picture of Terry's
got big hands, and it looked small, didn't it?
Yeah, it did. It did.
Glenn Ross has dumbbells with extremely thick handles that I've used in competition before, and a lot of people struggled with them. So Brian Shaw is off. Oh, Brian only did 411.
Oh no, that's bad news. Oof. That's really bad news for Rauno.
Well, that's
because we don't want him in a stone off with Brian Shaw. No.
It's not that bad a news for him because he's only dropped 2 points to Yako as opposed to more, which could have been.
I guess if Brian got between them, it would be a bigger issue.
Could still potentially.
Oh, bad result for Brian. Wow. Where does that put Brian on?
Wow, listen to this. Yako Schoonwinkel is now in the lead in group number 4 with 20 points. Rauno is on 18.5. Brian Shaw is on 17.5.
We don't like that. We don't want that. I have heard from a source that Yakko's a terrible thrower. I don't know.
I've heard people saying Yakko's terrible at Conan's.
If people just try and wind us up sometimes,
I'm not listening to any of these people anymore. Yakko is the real deal.
Yeah, he is.
He is the real deal.
Yeah.
He's been unbelievable. And look, what's he done? He was awesome at the loading. He got 6 reps on the deadlift, which is very, very good. His log ladder was okay. He got 4 out of the 5 logs. His Conan's wheel has been fantastic. Jaakko Schoenwinkel is representing South Africa and showing what that nation is capable of.
Yeah.
He's doing amazing.
Lots of people shocked at Brian's performance there.
Yes, us included.
Yeah, very shocked. I said we didn't know, but we did expect him to be good, didn't we?
Yeah. Schoenwinkel wasn't good at the stones at OSG, but he is in a position where he may not need to do the stones.
Yeah, depending on how his throwing is and how it holds up. I still think Brian will win the throw. I still think so too. So how many points is Rauno behind Jaakko? Oh, this is stressful. This is when
1.5.
1.5. So if Rauno can place 2 places above Jaakko and Brian beats Rauno, what happens?
Let's not even blow our minds about it. Let's see what happens.
Oh, I can't go. Let's try and forget about group 4.
We move on to group number 5.
Yeah. Oh.
Group number 5. So there are 3 people eliminated from group 4. The top 3 cannot be caught.
Oh my goodness. But that's a problem as well. If they don't try, do you think they'll go out and just...
I think a lot of athletes at World's Strongest Man have pride on the line.
Yeah.
They want to at least show that they belong there.
Yeah.
So I think people will try. But yeah. Yeah, in a perfect world for Rauno, Brian wins the group, but that might not happen now.
No.
Like, it'll be interesting, and Jaakko will have the advantage of going last.
Yeah. Oh, man, my stress levels. I'm glad I took some painkillers earlier.
You're going to have to message Rauno and just tell him to dig deep.
I don't want to talk to him right now because he'd be stressed. I'm going to leave him alone. DP, thank you for the super chat. Any skincare advice for equipped lifters, Loze?
I'm not really a fan of equipped lifting, to be honest. But from a personal point of view, I mean, I've used deadlift suits before and squat suits for strongman where it's been allowed because I've not wanted to be at a disadvantage. You end up getting the nasty marks on your legs, and but I've not done any sort of skincare to counteract it. I mean, maybe some moisturizing cream. I think skincare is more Liz's forte.
And I've never worn a suit, so I can't help you.
So I apologize that I'm not that useful on that one. But
no.
Maybe there are some equipped lifters that could be able to help you out.
There you go. T-Mac, thank you for the super chat. Bummer about Matej from Eddie's last video. It sounds like he hurt his leg at the stones in the Arnolds. Yeah. It does sound that way. And he did say, he put out a video before he went that, you know, his preparation hasn't been good. The thing with Matej, though, he says that a lot and then he comes and he's amazing. So, because he just holds himself to such a high standard.
With a pinch of salt, but,
but it does seem to be the case.
It's not been a typical Matej performance, that's for sure.
Oh.
Conan's is not good for big athletes. Some people are saying, yeah, you do see a lot of bigger guys struggle with the Conans. It's the fact that they can't breathe.
Yeah.
It's horrible.
And it's very rare you'll see an event at World's Strongest Man that suits the smaller guy. It's usually the bigger guys these events suit. Where are we? Jonathan, thank you for the super chat. Thanks for all you do. Loz, any advice or train people with autoimmune conditions? My wife has rheumatoid arthritis and wants to start training again.
Yeah, it's quite common with people that lift, especially as they're aging as well, that you're going to get issues with various different joints. I kind of suffer myself a little bit and have to, it's very important that I listen to my body, which can be frustrating from coaching and kind of client perspective. But the most important thing is you can communicate with each other if you have a coach. If you don't, just listen to your body. Don't be kind of jumping. This is good advice for aging lifters, you know, in general. Don't go too heavy on your assistance work. Focus more on slower tempo, controlling the movement with lighter weights, making sure the muscles working without putting too much stress on the joints. Still want to work hard on your compound movements. If your wife is into kind of like compound movements and lifting, you can still push them, but you do need to listen to your body and then look at what supplements you can potentially take to help the areas, glucosamine, chondroitin. Then you could look at even peptides, which help with recovery, such as BPC 157, TB 500. They're things that are worth looking at if you so wish to go down that route. Some people kind of don't like using things like that. Other people think if it's going to help me, I'm going to try it. And there's, it's a bit of trial and error, seeing what movements work, what movements don't, how you're feeling on the day. It's just being adaptable and understanding about listening to your body. You go.
Yeah, read that one, please.
Tyler, thank you for the super chat. You're going to do more chats with JF. The guy is an absolute unit. Some of my favorite chats you've done. I absolutely love chatting to JF Conan. Do you know what we'd like to do? Go to Canada, collab with Mitch and with JF. That would be really cool. But if we can't do that, we'll certainly have JF on as well. But we'd love to go out there and spend some time with him and do some training. Maybe if we get the opportunity later in the year leading up to the Masters or something, because he's talking about doing that as well. It'd be great to go out and train with JF.
Yeah, definitely. I've never been to Canada either.
We need to make that happen. Can we get us over to Canada to train? That would be cool.
Photon? Yeah. Thank you for the super chat. Nothing seems to phase Hoops. Why?
Mitch Hooper is he's got his head screwed on really well. He knows what he wants out of life. And Strongman, although very important to him, is not the be-all and everything. And I think that's why he can perform so well, because he doesn't put that extra pressure on himself. He knows, and we've talked about this together, and he's kind of said it publicly. He understands how good he is. He understands best case scenario, worst case scenario, but he also understands win, lose, or draw, life goes on. And this is such an important thing to establish as a lifter, and it's something I try and explain to so many people at all different levels. Myself, it was important to kind of understand. Doesn't matter, at the end of the day, not everything goes to plan. If you can kind of go in with that confidence, I've prepared really well, I know what I'm capable of, I'm going to go and perform at my best, and what will be, then it's much easier to kind of accept if it doesn't go right. But as you can see, Mitch having that attitude is actually helping him. Tom, people criticized Tom last year because he went and watched a football match.
Yeah,
Strongman does not need to be the be-all and everything. You've got to have other things in your life that are important too to distract you from it, and then it helps you be better when it's time to switch it on and compete. So I think that's just an important thing for anyone that's looking to do strongman or any sport at a high level.
Lots and lots going on in the chat right now. So why did those three get eliminated? They haven't officially, but they're not, even though there's still one event to go, they're no longer in a position where they can reach the stone.
For some reason, the Strongman archives have just put down eliminated. And what they've done is put it in the stone off section.
Yeah,
so
because they know they're not going to be in the stone off.
There's no mathematical possibility of them getting into a stone off. So that's why the eliminated signs are up for the likes of Fadi El Masri, Eddie Williams, Part O'Dwyer. Who else? We've got Kilishkovsky. Then there's Kevin Ferris, Adam Bishop, and Gabriel Rayam in group number 4. They basically there's only 6 points maximum available from the next event for an athlete. So if they are beyond that, the eliminated sign is in there because mathematically it's impossible now for them to make it to the stone off.
And also lots of people asking if that was tactical on Brian's part, which people always ask. But what we're hearing is that he fumbled and stumbled, and no, not tactical.
I don't think it would be tactical because I honestly think Brian would like to have won the group.
Yeah, he doesn't want to do a stone off.
Let's remember, Brian wants to win World's Strongest Man. The fact that he's doing a stone off, whether it's if he's doing against if he ends up in a stone off against Rauno, he's likely the heavy favorite, but Rauno is going to make him work.
Yeah,
and that's extra lifting that he really doesn't want to do, knowing that he's got the final coming. So you know, every time Rauno loads that stone back, it's going to start pissing Brian off a little bit.
Yeah.
And if Rauno can just be dogged and determined, and Rauno really only cares about getting to the final, he probably doesn't believe he has a chance of winning overall. If he makes the final, it's a huge achievement for him. So Rauno is willing to go to the wire on this one.
Yeah.
And I think Brian will win on a stone off if it is between those two. But I wouldn't want to be in a stone off against Rauno.
No.
I know he is going to
be in a stone off against anyone.
Rauno can lift stones, and Rauno is tough.
Yeah.
Son
And
of a
he
gun.
wants it bad as well. DP Eden, thank you for the super chat. How far out do you peak taper for World's Strongest Man, let's say?
Normally for me, because I did compete quite regularly in lots of competitions, I'd probably give myself 12 weeks to focus on Worlds specifically. I was competing a lot, but some athletes now will go half a year focused on World's Strongest Man. Sometimes you'll train the whole year based on being your best at World's Strongest Man, but you'll do other competitions leading up to it. So you may have like a long training cycle which has other comps before that, but World's Strongest Man was the focus. When me and Mitch kind of sat down at the beginning of the year, World's Strongest Man was the focus. Arnold's was not the focus. It was Arnold's was a stepping stone. You know, we trained for it and expected Mitch to do well, but the goal was to peak at World's Strongest Man. So we've pretty much put a 4-month block together just for World's Strongest Man.
Sorry, Liz, for distracting Loz. Don't worry. It's okay. Size matters, Jake. Thank you. He just gives long answers.
Yeah, probably if you guys have kind of training questions and stuff like that, probably save it for like a quieter weekend when we do like a chat.
Yeah.
Just we'll keep it more focused to World's Strongest Man specific today.
Yeah, just because when things are happening, the comments build up really quick.
And for those of you that are members, we will do a members only live chat after World's
very
Strongest
soon
Man, maybe
afterwards.
next week or something, which will be much more intimate and ask any questions you like.
Mike, thank you for the super chat. Any chance Brian did that on purpose, knowing he will probably win in either kettlebell or stone off with little effort?
I don't believe so.
No, I don't think so. I think, he would have. No one wants to risk being in a stone off unnecessarily. That's what we think.
Okay, we've just answered that question, but thank you very much for the super chat.
Yes. So they're not out of the competition. They just don't have a chance of making.
Any chance Brian felt confident enough in throwing, and Conan's wheel performance was calculated? We've just answered that question as well. No, I don't believe
there's a possibility, but we don't think that.
I think based off what I'm hearing, then definitely no.
How it looked, and there's people in our chat that are there, so they'll know. Like, you can tell if someone puts something down or if someone goes down. So let's see what they're saying.
Have you got any words for Rauno?
It would involve a swear. No, just good luck. Come on. Don't fuck it up. Don't make any mistakes. Liz, any words for Rauno? No, he just needs to. He's good at throwing, Rauno. He just needs to not drop off here and he'll be fine. Someone asking Rauno knocking Big Brian out with a stone off. Crazy things have happened. I would be very surprised. Very surprised. The chances are low, but crazier things have happened. So who knows? Do you think Bish chasing 505 upset rest?
I don't really think he's been chasing up 505 this year. He was chasing 505 before his injury. I know he's talked about doing that. He's going to be doing the Deadlift World Championships. But he's been good. At Britain's Strongest Man, he was very, very good. Europe's Strongest Man, he was solid. I was expecting a better performance from him at Worlds, but this is World's Strongest Man. And if you're even slightly off your best, it's tough.
And groups matter, as we've seen as well.
Yeah. Hey, from Swindon.
There you go. Hi
good
from
stuff.
Swindon. Thanks for the great content. And
no
coaching.
worries.
There you go.
He trains at Pro Strength as well.
There you go.
I'll see you down there.
When he can finally get out of this chair. Shazad, thank you for the super chat. Is Brian's leg infection taking the toll on him?
No,
there you go. That was a couple of months ago.
It was January.
Yeah, no, it should be fine. From what we've seen of his training since
I think
then.
He's said it's fine. He's been training with some of the strongest guys on the planet. His deadlift was amazing, and that requires a lot of leg power.
But as you see with all the guys, results are up and down, aren't they? Well, nearly all of the guys. It can be a bit all over the place, especially at Worlds. Blubber Donut, thank you for the super chat. I was at the vet for the pup. I missed so much. Rhino Schoonwinkel. It's a name we're all going to be saying.
So if
a
you
lot more
are
by the
joining
sounds of it.
late and you haven't seen the results so far, do you want me to do results of?
No, should we catch up on comments
Oh,
first?
yeah, sure.
Yeah. Gregors, thank you for the super chat. Does Mateusz have a coach? Maybe Loz could help him.
I think he has a coach, or he certainly has like people helping him. But,
yeah, he has people helping him.
Yeah.
Don't know if they're an official coach.
Do you know what though? Mateusz, I don't think necessarily needs a coach. Maybe more just someone to help him mentally.
Yeah, sports psychologist.
Perhaps.
Yeah. Sean, thank you for the super chat. What's the honest status of PED use in Strongman?
If you go and watch, we did a Q&A video a couple of months ago.
Yeah, it's called Strongman Wife Answers Toughest Questions.
So we answer a number of questions on these subjects there. Yeah. If you go and watch that, you will get your answer.
There you go. Bob, thank you for the super chat. Yes, come to Canada, but be aware that it's a 9-hour drive from Barrie, Mitch to Quebec. Oh, that's fine.
That's fine. We did. What did we do in Australia?
Yeah, we drove from Sydney to Melbourne, didn't we?
Yeah.
And we drive up to the Highlands as well.
Liz and I don't mind driving. Actually, what we do is kind of one of us will drive, the other one will work.
Yeah, we share the driving.
We share the driving. It's fine. We actually don't mind driving.
And driving in a foreign country is fun as well, because then you get to see it's all new and exciting, isn't it?
Yeah.
Onks and Perv, thank you for becoming a member. Okay, now you can go through the.
Okay.
So
group number 1.
Yeah.
Let me just organize this.
Oh, hold on.
So Pavlo Cordiaca took the win with 742 degrees on the Conan circle. Para Dwyer was second. We knew Power would be good at that one. Bobby Thompson taking third place on that. He's improving at these other events. Constantine Janasha, 633 degrees. Eddie Williams, 614 degrees. And Tom Stoltman, big surprise, but still a good distance of 598 degrees. That would have been much, much higher in other groups. Just so happens to be a very competitive Conan's Wheel group. And that meant that after 4 events, we have...
This is going to take a while doing this way, Lozzie.
Okay,
well, we'd be better off sharing the screen and putting up the archives. I can do that.
You can do that if you want.
Yeah.
But I know some people are just listening. So
okay. Yeah, that's true. Go on then.
And there's nothing coming through. They're just doing interviews at the moment.
That's okay.
Now you've thrown me, haven't you?
Group 2, you're on.
No, I was just going to do the overall.
Okay.
Pavlo Cordiaca is on 19. Bobby Thompson's on 18. Tom Stoltman is on 16.5. Big drop then to Janasha, who still potentially could get into the stone off. Power Dwyer and Eddie Williams rounding off the group. Alexei Novikov, absolutely incredible distance of 897 degrees. Then we had Gav Bilton was next with 557 degrees. Luke Stoltman was next, 545. Then it was Christian Haraldson, 524, and then Faddy did 70 degrees, and Thomas Evans only did 69 degrees, which means Alexei Novikov is pretty much through that group. Luke Stoltman, Thomas Evans, Gav Bilton, and Christian Haraldson isn't out of it yet. All could potentially get into stone off, but it looks like a real battle between Luke, Tom, and Gav for second place in that group. Group number 3, Mitch Hooper has already won the group. Matt Ragg doing amazing. Ivor Schmackstelis is in 3rd. Hicksey's in 4th. I think Spencer's in 5th. And Kinishkovsky is eliminated from potentially getting to the stone off. Mitch Hooper doing enough to take another win in that group. Group number 4. Jaco Schoenwinkel. The man has been on fire. He's on 20 points. Rauner Heinler is on 18.5. Brian Shaw is on 17.5. Then a big drop. So that is all exciting. Mark Felix is making his way out.
No, he's up
he's
up and ready to go. Yeah.
So we're on to group number 5.
Connor, thank you for becoming a member. Michael, why does Rob Kearney get so much hate for being invited to competitions and Kevin, who is just as small, does not? Is it to do with him being gay? I think some people think he's being invited because he's gay and not because of his ability as a strongman. And I don't think that is the case. If you look at the competitions he gets invited to, like the Arnolds, he's got some decent results there with like sort of rogue-esque competitions. So, you know, and you're right, though. Kevin doesn't get the same shit that Rob does. Yet Rob has had much better results than Kevin at the likes of the Arnolds and the Rogue Invitational.
Yeah.
So... I think so, probably.
I think the reason is Rob doesn't ever do that well at Worlds.
Yeah, he's never made the final of Worlds.
Some athletes just aren't that good at Worlds.
No,
some athletes are much better at the one-day shows, and Rob's won some big competitions.
Yeah. Oh, Felix is out.
He's off.
Ooh.
He's off. I don't know.
Scott, will you come to any Highlands games this year? I compete at most of them. I just missed out seeing the Stoltmans. No, but we're going to Donald Dinney Day, the gathering. That weekend. When is it? Early August. Yeah.
That should all be finalized, I think, tomorrow or the next day. Stevie sent me a message. I've not had a chance to open it yet.
Oh, okay.
We'll know more about what's happening very soon.
Okay, cool.
Let's see how Mark Felix does on this one. He's gone at least once, and he's still going. Mark Felix isn't bad at a Conan circle.
I was going to say you could do good at this. Come on, Mark.
Just shy of 1.5 by the looks of things. We'll get you the official distance.
I cannot see your comment, Johnny, but I am looking for it. Face of the Stace. Thank you for becoming a member.
Johnny, did you say?
Yeah, I was looking. He did a little. There was a blue blob, but no comment. I was just looking for him. Is he still going?
No. He did 1.5.
Okay.
Official result come through.
At this point, how common is it for the lowest scoring athletes to go for / not go for points to affect the group standings?
What was that, sorry?
At this point in the competition, how common is it for athletes to go for or to choose not to go for to affect the overall standings?
It's not common.
No.
Most athletes will try till the end, but I'd be lying if I said it's never happened. There's certainly some athletes will try and help each other if they're good friends. Others will just want to try and fight till the end. Others will give up at this point as well. So it all depends. But
the person and lots and lots of factors. But it's certainly not something you hear people openly discussing.
470, I think. 470 for Mark Felix.
Either 417 or 470. The announcer's hard to hear.
Let's hope it was 470 for Mark's sake.
Yeah.
But this could be, I don't know, actually. 470. It's not that good in the other groups. It would have been a few people.
Wouldn't have held up that well.
Yeah.
No. 480, someone's saying.
417, Monica said in the chats.
Okay.
417, people are saying. We will find out for sure.
Stoltman and Shaw both in third place, but with an event to go.
470 by the sound of things. I think it is 470.
Okay.
So 5 more athletes to go, and then the Conan circle is done.
Here we go. When is this event due to finish? Let me quickly check.
Soon. We're on to the last group now, and they should get through the TVs.
I just want to see how on track or how off track they are at this point.
What time's it? Find out what time the next event's supposed to start.
I've got the timings all here on my phone. Bear with me.
How are we watching it? We're not watching it. We're just getting updates from people watching. Coco is coming up. Come on, Coco. Let's finish strong. 470 is impressive, especially when you consider Mark's age, but he's always been pretty solid at this type of event.
Yeah, no, they are ahead of schedule. So this was due to finish at 5 p.m.
Okay.
Yeah.
Next
5 p.m.
event,
our time,
next
12 p.m.
Is it 6:20 it's supposed to start?
Yes, that's right. Yeah, 6:20.
I saw someone help me out there. George helped me out. Thank you, George.
Yeah. There we go. So that's good.
It is.
That gives us all a little rest.
Yes. Coco is up. Come on, Coco.
Oh, come on.
This is an event he's been training hard at, and he's looked good in training. So it just depends if he can repeat that in competition.
Yeah.
Sometimes the fact when you're not doing well, it does knock your confidence.
Yeah.
But Coco is good at Conans. And even though he's not really in a position where he's going to get to the final, he just needs to keep trying, pick up points.
World's Strongest Man ahead of schedule. That's weird. And the ebook is going to be available later today because we now have the promotional stuff that we need for it.
So Coco is our next athlete. Let's see how he does.
Come on, Coco.
Looked like he got about halfway.
Oh, okay.
He's been doing so much better in training. But
some work to put in, Lonzo.
Yes, he has. Let's remember, just had a baby.
Yeah,
not him personally. His wife has just had a baby. And maybe he has
Just
other
couldn't
things
bear.
on his mind right now.
He's postpartum.
143 degrees for Coco.
Beesons, thank you for the super chat. With some hindsight now, how do you feel about these groups and how they've played out a bit? Did they get it right? I don't know. I want to see how group one ends, to be honest.
What we think the groups should have been,
Yeah,
and
it's
the
irrelevant,
groups,
really.
the groups that were actually put out, no. But that doesn't mean they haven't been entertaining.
Yeah.
So, World's Strongest Man, looking to
make a show.
And there's been surprises.
Yeah.
There's been obvious favourites getting to the final, or that should get to the final.
There's going to be upsets.
There's going to be upsets. It's interesting. World's Strongest Man, very different to any other competition.
Uncle Eggnog, thank you for the super chat. Anyone able to beat Trey at Stone Off in Group 5? No, don't see it personally. No.
There's people that could make him work.
Yeah.
Like Mark Felix could make him work. Aethor could make him work. Evan could make him work. But I don't think anyone would beat him.
No.
But he'd certainly rather get to the final without having to do them.
Yeah.
And right now, him and Evan are both very, very close. So this will be interesting. And he's a big boy.
Yeah, we'll see.
So far, some of these big boys have not been doing so well.
faring so well. No, I wouldn't be surprised if Evan ended up winning the group, with these being the last two events. Maybe suit Evan a little bit better than they do Trey, but we will see.
Yeah, Paul Smith is up next.
Okay.
How did Paul do at Britain's?
Not well. Okay. No. Thank you for the super chat. Any ideas on where World's Strongest Man will be next year? No, we don't know yet. But this year's they announced quite
straight
early.
After they announced it straight after last year's World.
So maybe by the weekend we'll know.
Yeah,
which would be lovely. Crazy Catman, thank you for becoming a member. Groups are proving exciting. The groups are exciting, as much as a lot of us whinge about it. Like, we enjoy it at the same time.
We do.
Yeah.
Just World's Strongest Man it's a big show.
Yeah. Aaron, how does Mark do in throwing? He's not a great thrower, unfortunately. He's not that good at throwing.
No, he's never been that good at throwing.
No, wouldn't expect him to be causing any or many athletes problems there, unfortunately, for Mark. None of his best events in it. The deadlift would have been his best, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Deadlift and Conan's probably.
Yeah. Martin, thank you for the super chat. This is basically just my thank you for doing these lives. And also, I'm still waiting for Big Loz in glasses. There we go. I have to borrow your mum's. Oh. Any results, Lozzie?
Just waiting. Paul Smith Paul's just started.
Paul's off. Any news on the recovery of JF? I enjoyed watching him compete. Thank you.
If you check out, I did a recent conversation with JF last week. It's on the channel if you go and look at our videos. And he is coming back this year. He's recovering very well. He's already deadlifting 400 kilos, which is crazy.
It's crazy.
He's got some comps planned for later in the year. I think he said October is when he plans on competing again.
I think he's considering doing the Magnus
Paul Smith has gone past Mark.
Oh, okay. That's good for Paul. He didn't do so well at Europe's.
No, but he's doing okay.
Here we go. Gonna make the others work, Lozzie. 1.35 rotations for Paul.
Okay, so he's slightly ahead of Mark.
Okay.
But right now that's winning the group.
Okay. Yeah, with Mark, Coco, and Paul having gone already.
Yep.
Who's next? Aethor?
It will be Aethor.
Aethor. Then Evan, then Trey.
Yes.
3 more to go. We have survived. We're going to have a cat.
518 degrees for Paul.
Okay.
Decent.
Yeah, that is. That's good. That's better than I thought it would be, actually.
That would have got him fourth in group 4.
Okay. Paul is delivering. It wouldn't have got him anywhere in group 1, would it?
No, he would have been last.
Yeah.
That shows how good group 1 was.
Yeah. Which, it's ended up being dreadful for Tom. Tom will be okay because there's the stone off, but
just shows.
I want to see Tom's throwing results.
Tom is good at throwing. He was second at the throw at Britain's Strongest Man a few years ago, and he took it steady.
Yes, he was. Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
and he's halfway up there already.
Yeah.
He's a good thrower.
Yeah, he's halfway up there already.
Well, he is.
Yeah, no, he is. He's
standing next to Paul Smith and tell me who's going to win.
That's true. Yeah, he's got a bit more purchase. Is that what you
Height.
lifters call it? Yeah.
Aethor is up next.
There we go. 3 left. Who's your money on, Lazo, to win this event in this group? Do you reckon Evan?
I think if Evan doesn't make a mistake, yes.
Yeah.
But he could make a mistake. But we'll see.
Yeah, we will see. I think it probably suits Evan a little bit better than Trey.
Aethor was good at this, though. Aethor was good at
Oh,
Europe.
yes, he was. Aethor could... I always forget about Aethor. It's terrible.
Aethor was up next.
Yeah,
and he
let's
was
see.
very good at Europe's. Was he third at Europe's behind?
Yeah, he...
Was he third or fourth? He was pretty good.
Yeah, I think he was third, maybe.
Aethor is coming out next.
Yeah, third behind Alexi and Pablo.
Yeah, which was good.
Yeah, really good.
Because both of
And
them
Aethor's got a lot to fight for in his position in the group as well.
Aethor has been in the final of World's Strongest Man
the last 2 years in a row.
And he's got through both times on the stone off.
Aethor being shorter
He
might
went
favour.
760 degrees at the Europe's Strongest Man, which was third place.
Yeah.
But
you can't compare the two implements.
They're different. You know, obviously Pavlo won it at Europe's and Alexi's beaten him today.
Yeah.
So you can't go off that, but he is proven on this event to be good.
Aethor always keeps a low profile, even on Instagram.
Yeah, he's not
stop gaming time. There you go. Oh, sorry. Hold on. I'll come back to you. This is a this is a super chat. Hey, Loz, it's Tanner. Had to set up 2 hours early to get a great spot for the kettlebell toss. Oh, man.
That's going to be exciting with how tight some of the groups are.
Yeah, it's going to be. Kettlebell is one of my favorite events to watch. I was lucky enough to be there in person in 2014 when because that's like a lot of people's favorite moments, isn't it? When Brian was like, I know no one's going to beat that.
Yeah.
And Brian never said anything like that before.
Yeah,
and then, of course, Thor went out and beat it. So
Aethor is off.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah, Brian and Thor both were unbelievable.
They were very good. And Brian is still very good. So we expect him to do well.
Because he just broke the weight for height record.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Henry, thank you for the super chat. I'm not saying they will do this, but is it not in Yako and Rauno's interest to do poorly on the final event to let Brian win the group?
No,
they'll never do
because Yako is in a position where he could win the group.
Yeah, so
why would he do that?
Yeah.
So it looks like Aethor's done about 1.75 of a lap. So one lap and 3/4.
Strongmen aren't that cunning, to be fair. It's people are there for themselves, aren't they? And no.
Well, it just makes no sense for Yako particularly to do that because he could potentially win the group.
Everyone wants to win the group and not do the stone off. So no one's going to help each other out in that respect.
No.
The only people who could potentially help you out is the people that have been eliminated. They haven't. They just can't progress.
625 degrees for Aethor.
So winning,
he is in the lead with 2 athletes left to go, and this could be interesting.
He's very good, isn't he?
He is
very good.
2 to go.
2 to go.
What's going to happen?
That could win it.
It could.
Yeah.
I can't remember ever seeing Evan do this event before.
No, I don't think.
And Trey is not particularly built well for this type of event.
If he's done it, then it's not been at a Giants Live. It's been at like OSG or something like that. So he hasn't done it at Worlds. No. Has he? No. I don't know.
I'll have a quick look.
Yeah, search for the word Conan in the when you go into events. There you go. Use a search. How great would this comp have been with JF, Martins, and Maxime competing this year? No one would have been safe or guaranteed. Great coverage. Thank you for the super chat, Scott. Wide Pablo as well. Pablo Nekonechny, who was of course supposed to be in. But yeah, it would be like every year there's someone missing, unfortunately. But that's just Strongman, isn't it? It's so brutal.
Yeah.
What have we got here?
So there's no results for Conan's for Trey or Evan.
Oh, right. No competition results for either of them.
Not
That's
international
interesting.
Anyway.
Very interesting. Nathan, try typing your comment again because right now I cannot see it. Aaron, thank you for the super chat. How many people will be swarming Brian for help after this year with him not being so adamant on keeping his secrets to win? I
don't think Brian has any
No.
secrets to win. He's
Brian
just
helps the guys
unbelievably-
out a lot anyway.
Like Brian's always very helpful. He's given me tips before on
Yeah.
tacky and stuff like that, and he's happy to give people advice. But you've also got to remember, Brian is a freak of nature.
Yeah,
It-
he can give you all the advice in the world, but
You
it
know,
doesn't mean you'll win.
I remember going to train dragging with Thor, and I was like, "How do you do dragging?" He's like, "You just pull it." All of us could have trained all our lives every day to be good at dragging and still not been as good as Thor was. And it's not that he knew how he was good; he was just good.
Yeah,
You can't always go based off how good someone is as to how good a coach they are. Not saying like Brian's very methodical, very, very smart, but it doesn't always mean just because an athlete's good that they're necessarily good at teaching things.
What's the secret to being 6'9"?
Yeah, you cannot teach someone that.
Beesmas, thank you for the super chat. Just saw the clip of Brian. He looked extremely uncomfortable. Would you say that throwing is one of the easiest events to mess up?
Yes.
But have we
yes.
ever seen Brian mess up a throw?
Not
Probably not.
really.
No. The chances of you messing it up when you're so gifted at an event and so well trained in it reduce significantly, don't they? So I don't see.
It's an event he trains very hard.
Yeah.
He does a lot of throwing. He's always been good at it.
Yeah. I don't see that happening personally.
Yeah. I
Because
think
Brian's got nothing to panic about. 'Cause he's got
Also,
that backup of the stones.
I think the fact that there's no one in that group that can really push him.
No.
You know, if someone was in there like a Maxime, like a Tom Stoltman, like a Thor, then there's pressure because you feel that pressure of, okay, I'm going to have to perform at my best. Whereas I think Brian can say, okay, I'm just going to go do a safe run
Yeah.
and still be good enough to take the win on this one.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you for the tea. There we go. We've got tea made for us, thank goodness. Brian is so fluid with tossing kegs. Yeah, it's kettlebells. And actually, there's some of the easiest. You missed a super chat, I think. I don't know. Can you say whose? Because I just scrolled up and didn't see anything. And I scrolled up until about 20 minutes ago.
Okay,
like
I've got to fix a screw. And then Evan's
Oh, okay.
making sure all the equipment is
Small
in
delay
place.
to make sure Evan doesn't rip it
Do you
off.
want to swipe up and see if you can find that super chat?
Yeah, I did. I couldn't find it, so I wasn't sure which one Victor was talking about. There's this blob from Nathan, but there's no chat attached to it, and no comment anywhere. But other than that, I scrolled back up further and didn't
Let's
see
what I can
anything.
see.
Stop grammar time. Ah, here we go. Oh no. Yes, he's stopped grammar time. His is disconnected from his for some reason, but you read that one. And no, I don't see anything else. Now we're back to
I think that was just a sticker as well.
Yeah.
But thank you very much. If we have missed anything, like I said, if you message me on Instagram, I will reply to you when I can.
Loz is good. No, I can't see
Liz is
anything.
terrible.
Yeah, I am terrible.
Shout out to Mama Shahley for keeping us in tea and coffee.
Thank you, Mama Shahley. There is a seam in the rubber floor. What are we talking about? The Conans. Have fun.
Operator is a new member. Welcome to Team Liz and Loz.
Oh, yes. Thank you for joining. Oh, there are screws and a drill on site.
We just had
Hopefully.
a sticker from Joshua Ward. Thank you
Is
very
that
much,
a sticker?
Joshua.
Is that what that is?
Yeah, I
Just
can
shows
see
us a
that.
blob. Ah, yeah. Boo to the blob. But thank you for the sticker. Just finish.
Loz's mum is the MVP. She is.
Oh, where have I gone? Love the coverage, guys. I'm addicted. Glad to hear.
Thank you so much, guys.
We have just done a standing so far. We'll do it again once these guys have gone because we're just waiting for the last two guys to go in the last group on Conan's. Look at my hair. And then after that, we can give
I'll give you a quick
bit
roundup
an
of this group
update.
so far. Athor is in the lead with 629 degrees, which is very good. Paul Smith is second with 518. Mark Felix is in third, 470. And Coco did 143 degrees.
There you go. Mark is appealing. Nathan Shaw commented this. I meant ask what would have to happen on the kettlebell toss for Brian to win the group.
He would need to win, and he would need.
Would he have to win?
Yes, he would have to win. Well, yeah, really. He's currently 2.5 points behind Yako.
Yeah, so say Yako gets 1 point is the worst case scenario for Yako.
He'd have
21.
to be, he needs to be 3 places above Yako
Yeah.
and 1 place above Rauno.
There you go. 3 places above Yako, 1 above Rauno. Who's got the time to do that maths when they're out there? Not me. Ooh, let's just see if we've heard from our favourite happiest.
Evan is out.
Evan is out.
Let's see how Evan does on this one.
Message from Andrea Thompson earlier. This is what she was talking about. Liz, want to see my tits? Not today, Andrea.
Not right
today.
now.
Andrea, not today. Some women get, dick pics. Men slide into their DMs. I get Andrea slide into my DMs.
Right. He's off. Evan is off.
Okay, good.
Let's see how he does on this one.
Very interesting.
I don't know.
I mean, Evan will have been able, you would think, to have trained on some Conan's kit when he's been in the UK because Giants Live have a Conan's. I don't know how hard it is to get set up for training there.
I think he's got one in the gym he trains at anyway in America.
I was going to say he hasn't done a Conan's at Giants
Apparently,
Live.
he seems to be doing okay. He's round 1 revolution and still going. Slowing just after 1.5. So let's see. He's got to dig deep now and keep pushing. But this looks good compared to the other guys in the group.
Yeah.
Come on, Evan. Keep it going.
Evan probably stealing the lead of the group after this event. Possibly, yes.
Possibly. If he can take first, if he goes ahead of Aethor and Trey is behind Aethor, that's going to be interesting.
Who has the most appearances in the final? That is Brian Shaw.
Brian Shaw by
14, is it? 13?
Something like that.
14, 12? I can't remember now.
Lots.
I can't think of much when I'm waiting on a result.
So he's not ahead of Aethor, but
Okay.
he is in second. So he's done 589 degrees. So far, Aethor is still in the lead and Evan Singleton is in second place.
Oh, stop saying so-and-so is out. My heart stops for a minute.
Sorry. When I say out, I just mean he's out for the event.
Yeah. Out is maybe not the best choice.
No, I'm reading messages.
Yeah.
People are telling me someone's out, and I'm just reading.
And we're like, what?
Yeah. My brain's actually gone to like mush.
I know.
I'm so invested.
Yeah.
Alan Smith thinks
Andrew
is hot. Andrew, if you're watching,
Alan would appreciate your photos.
Andrew's doing some matchmaking.
Andrew's hilarious.
Alan, are you attractive and wealthy? These are questions that Andrew will ask.
Yeah. Let us know.
And yeah.
Yeah, Evan would have practiced on Brian's Conan's at least.
Yes, he would have.
He does have good conditioning for a big guy. I mean, we say Evan's a large man. He is, but he's fit and lean. He doesn't really carry much fat or anything, does he?
No. Got this wrestling background.
Yeah, and he's done bodybuilding as well.
Yeah, but bodybuilding doesn't mean anything.
No, but what I mean is, like, he's lean, isn't he?
Doesn't mean anything.
No, I know, but you know what I mean.
Like,
Aethor's
I know
also
people that are ripped that aren't fit.
Ex-bodybuilder. Yeah, but I was talking more about his lower body fat percentage. Joshua, how can I train strongman with a spinal fusion?
You need to be selective on the events that you do, and like talk to your doctors, talk to coaches, and like I can't say without knowing more about you as an individual. Just it's very easy to say someone's got a spinal fusion and they'll be like, oh, don't do anything at all. But that's not necessarily the case. It's understanding what you are limited to in terms of range of motion, movements, and then it's working around those, trying to make sure that we keep you fit and healthy, but also figure out what you are capable of doing. There's always alternatives. There may be certain events that become very difficult, but you just got to try and work around those. But nothing is ever as black and white as you can or you can't.
Tom's distance doesn't look bad now. No, and
Absolutely.
it wasn't
Absolutely.
bad. It goes to show how good his group was.
Last man is up. Trey Mitchell is walking to the
Oh,
Conans.
there we go.
I'm not going to say he's out. He's
No.
walking to the Conans.
Thank you.
Probably majestically.
He's floating to the Conans, a bit like Tadrinus.
He's like the Muse Adrinus, isn't he?
American Pirate Films, thank you for the super chat. Is there going to be a stream tomorrow, a finals pre-show? No, not tomorrow. Tomorrow we're going to make the video about what if they all competed together, but we need a night off from streaming, to be honest, because it's
we'll do our video that we've got planned.
Yeah, and we'll need a predictions for the final as well. So there's still be plenty of content coming out.
Still content for you guys to watch.
Yeah.
We really appreciate
Minus
you want to watch all the stuff with us.
Yes.
But we will be back for the final live.
Yes, of course. Yeah. We've got a full weekend. Oh, We Try Motorsports is waiting anxiously. Big Tex, let's go.
See how he does.
Oh,
they're inspecting the apparatus.
oh Christ.
I don't know who's inspecting it, but somebody is inspecting,
Gotcha.
making sure it is all up to scratch.
There's an issue with the apparatus.
There is an issue with
Your bank account.
there is a pigeon in your bank account.
Yeah. Trey needs to get 5 points to be first in his group.
Bobby's distance could have won 2 other groups.
Let's not forget, though, with Trey, he's still got 2 events to go. So this isn't the event that's going to determine who does a stone off or not.
No.
Just for anyone who's joining or isn't sure where we are in the competition.
So while they're inspecting the equipment,
Evan Broker shouldn't be surprised.
Pavlo Cordiaca, Bobby Thompson and Tom Stoltman look like they are set to battle it out in group number 1.
Yeah.
Alexei Novikov is through group number 2, but Luke Stoltman, Thomas Evans and Gav Bilton are in a battle for second place. Be interesting to see who goes through out of those 3. Mitch Hooper has already won his group. Matt Ragg and Ivor Schmaukstilis are really going to, I can't see anyone getting in between them, so they are going to be fighting in a stone off. Jaco Schoonwinkel in a great position in group 4. Rauno and Brian not far behind. And now we wait for Trey Mitchell.
My goodness.
The implement is being fixed. And in a couple of minutes, Trey should be off. They're just trying to build up the tension.
Yeah. What happened to Tom on the Conans? He was struggling and he put it down after he couldn't go any further.
Well,
but
it looked like it was a bad performance to start with, but now we look at all the other groups and Tom would have won in some groups.
Yeah.
And certainly placed high in most groups. It was just an unbelievable group of Conan's walkers.
Conan's walkers, yeah. They're like zombies or something. Luke and Gav Stoneoff, who wins, Lozzo?
No guarantee that it's those 2.
No, but if I
think that's a battle.
Both very
good stone lifters, both capable of winning that.
I've got a chance to have a quick wait before
you go for it.
I won't be long.
The implement is being fixed.
Excellent. You keep on top of that.
This has been a question that keeps happening. You know, he's suffered a lot of injuries. He's lacking confidence. He's still young enough to come back and do well. I think the most important thing for him right now is just get some comps under his belt, get that confidence building. He's clearly not his previous self right now, but like I said, he's young enough and he's got time on his side. He just needs to be smart and, look after his body. Gav is a good thrower indeed. Yeah, I think I probably agree with that. I think Gav probably is better than Luke at throwing, but they're both. Luke is a very good stone lifter. Gav is a solid stone lifter. I think that would be a battle between these 2. The other man in that group, though, Thomas Evans, is doing very well. So that's a battle between those 3 guys. I'd be over the moon to see Gav get to the final. I'd be happy to see Luke in the final. I'd be happy to see Thomas in the final. All 3 of them are awesome guys, great strong men, and may the best man win, because I wouldn't want to pick. I like all 3 of them, and wish them all the best. I know 3D will be screaming for Big Gav to get through that, but I'd be so happy to see Gav through as well. I think most of us would. He's a very, very nice guy, but you've got to be good enough, not just nice enough. What have we got? Of course, Evan broke it. Right, Trey is belting up.
Come on, Trey. I found out Christian Haraldson only had less than 30 minutes notice that he was going to be competing.
Yeah. called it a shootout between Luke and Tom and Gav. It's going right down to the wire. It is, mate. It's going to be a battle between those three. It's really exciting in that group.
Yeah, Stone Off's due to start. I think, is it 6:20 in the UK?
Yes.
No, not the Stone Off. The Stone Off won't
Not the
start
stone
until
off,
like
not the
11 p.m.
The
or 10 to
throw,
11.
the kettlebell throw.
Yeah, sorry. I'm assembling a gym in my basement, says Alien. Thank you for the super chat. Do you have any suggestions of affordable flooring to dampen noise and stress on the floor? What's the flooring you and H have got?
I can't remember off the top of my head, but if you message me on Instagram, I will find out for you. Right now, my head is,
Get a link.
Cloudy.
With a
But
chance
I
of
can
meatballs.
find out who we used and send you a link.
Alan. No, I wasn't doing number 2. I was scrolling Instagram and messaging Rauno.
From the toilet.
From the toilet. You won't care. I was done by
Right.
then.
He's walking up to the implement. He's off.
Have you met anyone who looked more like a strongman than Gav?
Never.
Thank you for the super chat. No, we just
A
need
traditional
him.
strongman.
We need him in a leopard print leotard with like the one
Like
strap.
the strongman classic.
Yes.
Dale, make him do it.
Why hasn't this happened?
Right. Trey is off. Let's see how
Okay.
he does. The last athlete on the Conan circle.
Alan, this is why I like Shore Classic best. I like to see everyone do every event and all up
So do
against
I.
each other because then they're all pushed really far as well. Thank you for the super chat. Horse stall mats for flooring. Someone saying, that sounds ideal, actually.
I'd have to talk to my brother because he's the one that sorted it out for us in our gym.
Come on,
So-
Trey. Lots of Trey fans.
It looks like just shy of 1.5. So
Oh, okay. So not a great
might be
distance.
third.
Then. Okay. Oh, yeah.
let's wait for the official distance.
It always depends on your group.
Looks like Athor taking the win on this one, which doesn't surprise me. He was very good at this when we saw him at Europe's. But if it's getting close in this group with the throw to come.
Thanks for the suggestions, chat. There you go. It's Alien is happy. They have some
stuff.
some ideas to look at for their gym.
Yeah, that's the great thing. You ask a question here. There's plenty of people that will give answers. So Trey did 523 degrees. Evan did 589 and Athor did 629.
Yeah.
And then it was 470 by Felix. 518 by Paul, wasn't it? 518 by Paul.
Knobbly ones are hard to clean.
What are you going on about?
I don't know. I hope they're talking about a log or something. The kettlebell toss is, hold on, let me just double check. It starts in like this a little while away. Where's my
So
photos?
Athor taking the win in that group. Evan Singleton in second. Trey Mitchell in third. Paul Smith in fourth. Mark Felix in fifth. And then Coco in sixth, which leaves us after 4 events in group number 5. Evan Singleton is in the lead with 20.5 points. Trey Mitchell has 20 points. Athor has 17.5 points. Paul Smith is next on 10. Mark Felix on 9.5. Coco on 6.5.
So that's 3 guys
They
that cannot get to the stone off.
through to the stone off. It is all going to come down to Athor, most likely, versus Trey or Evan.
Yeah.
Half a point between Trey and Evan. Whichever one of those beats the other will not have to do the stone off.
My goodness. Right. So before we wrap up until the next one, thank you for the super chat. You two are heartening to watch. Thank you again for your dedication and service in overcoming the ridiculous no live stream policy for World's Strongest Man.
Thank
I know
you
why.
so
Who
much.
cares? Stay wonderful, you two. Thank you.
What were you going to say before we go?
Read that super chat. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right, guys. What time are we back on?
We are back on at
As long as it's all
20
running
past
on time.
6, I believe.
20 past 6. We'll be back UK time.
Yes.
So what time's that in the States?
It's 1:20 where they are in the States. Yes.
Go and have a rest, have some food, have a drink, do whatever you need to do.
Hydrate.
And we'll be back soon, guys. Thank you very, very much for joining us. Thank you for becoming members, for subscribing, for the super chats. It means the world. Like, share, subscribe to the channel. We'll catch you soon.
Do your smile and wave.